afford it. I don't know if we can afford it.
I'll hit him up for you.
Yeah,
Pepper Candy?
It's a crapshoot. It's up in the air right now.
What's he gonna do?
And turn your phones down because it'll.
Mine is on silent.
Yeah, let me turn it on the actual sound, not the vibration.
Yeah, you put it on vibrate and we're gonna be talking, and I got to talk about your fucking dildo collection in front of everyone.
So your mic stand's touching the table. It's gonna pick up the vibrations from it through it.
Good vibrations.
Because I was hearing. Yeah, it's gone now. I could hear the springs every time somebody put a beer down.
Holy crap!
Guess we won't be putting these down.
Turn up, man.
That's going down for sure.
Why don't you run for mayor, Corey?
I would, but I mean, I don't want to kick my buddy out of office. You know?
No, I'm saying after he's done, like learn the ropes.
Jesus, they'd be like, no.
Who's this guy with the red hat?
Like, we're gonna switch this.
I want to yell at this guy on Facebook, and I can't find him. You know.
I got ideas.
Yeah, I've got some.
Everybody might not agree with him, but
I bet you do.
Oh yeah.
Oh boy.
fucking wild.
Yeah, Jimmy Galley. Shout out to Jimmy Galley. Holy cow.
Hey, Jimmy.
Jimmy Galley's a big deal.
Jimmy.
I'm gonna spit my drink out.
Can I call you Jim?
How about James?
Government.
This is a very professional setting we're in. I feel like James would be a little more appropriate. Gotta get the label out that way. Trying to get a sponsorship for you guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the next goal there.
We need a sponsor.
We gotta make some money, man. This is
just start running dice games out the back.
I feel like you need like a Croncore.
Like you can come on the show, but it's a $200 buy-in on the crafts game minimum. You know?
What was it?
I could probably get y'all a layout from.
That's not a bad idea. A KrohnKast IPA.
KrohnKast.
There you go. Get with Craft Advisory.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do that.
I'm in there enough.
Nice little lager or something. Yeah.
Call old Kerry Thibodeau, get him to do it.
Oh, Thibodox.
Give him a couple.
Is he still over at Lazy?
I'm not sure.
believe.
I don't know.
Last time I saw him was at the Amon Armath show in New Orleans.
He's coming on next week.
He didn't even recognize me. I don't think because I'm fat now. I was like, hey, man. He was just like, hey. And he walked off. I was like, okay, cool. I wasn't in a band with you or anything.
No, he's coming on next week.
Hell yeah.
Him and Zach and Will.
Killhammer.
Yeah, they're all
Zachary.
coming. Yeah, if y'all want to come,
I might
out.
pop in just to surprise that.
Yeah, we're gonna have a room camera. We'll do it. We'll get shitty.
Old fucking Zach Rowdy, bro. Watch that dude do some dumb shit.
What kind of dumb shit? Let's talk about
Let's
it.
talk about it. Put that in your notes, Phil.
We'll get going. By the way, we'll get going. We're going. Yeah, Corey Redcap, Andrew Puzz. Thank you guys for being here.
Hey, thanks for having us.
Mitchell Grewich, as always.
Great to be here.
What kind of dumb shit is Zach Notter doing?
I watched him ride an Ampeg, what are they, the 10-8s or whatever, the 810 cabinets. I watched him ride one down the stairs at the, the high ground in New Orleans.
What?
Yeah, he was like, fuck this. And he just, fuck, dude. Like, it'll take it. I'm like, okay.
How long?
It's good.
How long ago was that?
Shit. I was probably 20. It was when I was in Fat Beat.
14 years ago?
Yeah, that's about right.
Jesus God.
I got a Fat Beat shirt. I should have wore it.
Yeah, you should have. Those things are collector's items.
Yeah. I don't want to wash it, though. It's kind of, it's old.
My dad has every Fat Beat shirt that was ever made. Still wears them.
Really?
Number one fan.
Yeah, he loves them, dude.
Dude, if you had brought one, I'd have bought one from you. God damn, I didn't know.
Need a reissue.
They're around. I tried to get hold of Christian a while back, get a couple of them, but he's a busy fella too.
I couldn't find my Dark Horizon shirt. I was so mad. I think it's like in between my mattress or something. Like
I got one, but I also fucking gained, I don't know, 40 pounds, so it doesn't really fit. It's funny. If you wanted humor, I could have wore it, but
I'm in the band. I don't even know where my shirts
you
are.
don't
Yeah. Need a reissue on those. Yeah.
first edition.
where are we gonna start? Where did y'all two meet?
High school.
High school, yep.
What?
Absolutely.
Miss O'Gorman's class.
O'Gorman.
So that would have been. I failed a year, so let's make sure we're getting the right ninth
I
grade
did as
year on
well,
this.
actually. Middle school, yes.
You didn't fail. You were held back.
I failed.
Let's go. Yeah.
That shit was down the tube.
No, let's not beat around the bush.
I had me a freshman year, you know.
Freshman.
Y'all didn't start a band together, huh?
Yeah, first band we were ever in together.
Really?
So
Areola.
that one doesn't count. We won't talk about that.
You had a band named Areola?
One song.
One song. It's terrible. Terrible. So I was 15 when I got my first guitar for Christmas. My dad bought me a what are they called? Like a beginner's pack. My dad is
Squire.
the most non-being able to talk to into anything, and Jim Pinkston talked this guy into buying this package.
The salesman of salesmen.
Yeah, it was an Austin. It was shaped like a Fender. It was terrible. He bought me that. It came with a little Marshall 110 and like a how-to playbook with some weird-looking cowboy dude on it that I never watched. And then, so my sister was dating a guy at the time that was like into like all kind of crazy shit. He got me on acid bath and goat whore and all that shit. So then Puzz was, we were starting to get into that point where you're starting to find music, and Puzz was like, man, I jam a little bit too. So we did that for a couple of years, and then he was like, well, we don't have nobody to play drums. And Puzz was like, well, I'll learn how to play drums. Like, okay. So he
Still don't know how to play drums.
Nice.
We got Vince, and then it was me, him, Vince, and a certain individual we won't name tonight. And then,
Mystery.
How dare you? First of all,
we had a couple songs written, and then he said, I got this guy I know named MJ. He can play guitar, so bring him over, man. And he brought him over, and then next thing you know, Plethora was born.
I went to Hearts to ask him.
Yeah.
He was working at Hearts. I was like, hey, you want to come jam? He's like, fuck yeah, man.
That was it.
I think he quit his job over it. So, yeah.
We really went places. We played Thunders. But that was my start into this whole crazy mess of a local scene, was doing that with those guys. And then when I was 18, let's say I graduated. I was 18 because I failed. 19, I met Zach Nodder, and that was the introduction to like the actual like, hey, bands really do play down here. You know what I mean? And our journey began, sir. I remember Puzz started with one kick drum and 2 separate single kick pedals.
Yeah.
In the middle, because we
wait.
Listen to this. This is true.
Yeah, explain this to me.
I can't even remember who I asked. I was just like, I had the one that came with the kit from Pinkston's. It was a Pinkston special. I bought 2
Shout out Pinkston's.
I bought 2
Shout
kits.
out to Pinkston.
Yeah, R.I.P. Jim.
Bought 2 kits from that guy. First kit.
I want to say it was a Pulse or some.
It was one of those. It went first act. It was like, I can't even remember the name. I think
Step above first act, because you got a little bit of class,
say it was
right?
Pulse,
it was
man.
all right. It had the classic black finish on it. It did its job. I ended up selling the music around years ago for like $100. I borrowed another single kick pedal and rolled with it for a little
straight
while.
down the middle, dude. Like
And then I bought a Pearl
like he was
single
riding
chain.
a bike.
Yeah. I ended up buying a Pearl.
He's trying to work it in his head how you did this.
Hey, let's back up before you get to the pedal part. So there's 2 pedals.
Single kick.
Two single kick pedals.
You fucking cradled the snare with your legs, and you're
Well, yeah, I can't really show it on camera, but yeah, it was kind
I
of
want to see those legs on camera.
yeah. Well,
so like you're
you look right here.
you're like this,
Yeah, both feet are right here. I'm going.
How'd that work out?
Not very
For
well.
timing, not very well at all.
Yeah, that's why I upgraded to the Pearl single chain, and then I bought the iron cover.
I remember the day Puzz got the double kick pedal in. He's like, dude, I got a double bass pedal. I was like, we're a real band, dude. This is it.
That's it. That's all we needed.
Like, this is it,
And it was on the no, I had the blue Mapex kit.
Yep.
I finally bought that.
Yep.
And
so once he got the double kick, I knew shit was going to take off for us. So I spent, at the time, which was a lot of money to me, but it was $750 on a Randy Rhodes.
Ooh,
and I was like, we're doing this.
Big
like,
money
we're really
when you're
doing
that
this,
young, yeah.
So I drove all the way to
Guitar Center
in Mobile one night. I said, what time do y'all close? They said in an hour. So I'll be there in 45 minutes. They had a crate GLX 2000 half combo.
Yeah,
lit up red.
Yeah.
He said, I can give it to you out the door for $1,200. I said, dude, I'm on the way right now. He said, if you make it, I'll take another $100 off. I said, dude, I'm on the way, brother.
Oh, man. Sweeten the deal.
Made it there, 5 minutes left. Walked in, handed money, walked right out, drove right back home.
Shit.
That's it, man. That's how you do it.
Quickest transaction in Guitar Center.
Ever. Yeah.
Jim Pinkston would have been proud.
Oh, dude. Jim Pinkston would have sold me a full stack. Ibanez.
I went to Pinkston's one time to buy a microphone when I started singing in a metal band because I was that
Sepulchre.
cool. Insignia.
Okay.
And I was like, yeah, you gotta get your own microphone, man, because like the pros, they bring their own mics, and you can't use the club's mics because that's like for poor people. Anyway, I go there to buy a mic, and I'm like 17.
Oh,
16,
Pinkston
17.
was on you. He sniffed you out.
And I'm like, yo, what's up, man? I don't know if you noticed, but I got a nice shirt. Like I got some fucking chain wallet. Like I'm legit. I'm
in a fucking band, dude.
Yeah,
Look at me.
I'm in a band. I need a microphone. I don't have that much money. I like this one. It's $49.99. That's a lot of money for me. Like that's fucking.
What was it? What was that brand back in the day he always had? I'm not gonna remember.
One Behringer.
Polk Pike, something with a P.
Yeah.
Pulse.
So he's like, yeah, we got that. And let me tell you what he did, and I'll never forget this shit.
Come on, Jim.
I'll never forget this shit. He said, here's this mic, and he goes over this $100,000 church PA that he had, like this ridiculous PA. He's like, yeah, are you serious about what you're doing? I was like,
That's why I came to you.
yeah.
Once I get this mic, we're signing on the line, brother.
I was like, bro, I'm about to drop out of high school, bro. Like, I don't know if you know, but we're so good. My guitar player's got 2 matching RG Ibanez guitars.
Oh, it's
bro.
over, yeah.
2 RG 250s. We got the crate Blue Voodoo. Yes. You got to have a little bit of cash to get the Blue Voodoo.
Yeah. Need that reverb, you know?
And so he's like, cool, let me show you something. And he takes that mic.
Come on, Jim.
That was one of his favorite
Jim,
to-go lines. Let me show you.
And he takes the SM57 in the right hand and he hooks up to the same PA. Right? He's like, same settings, same volume. I need you to understand what you're doing. Choo.
That was a pretty good impression.
Head on.
So he goes like this. He goes, choo. And then he goes, and he fucking screams in the fucking mic. He's like, which one was louder? I was like, well, the one you fucking screamed in, it's double the price.
Yeah.
Anyway, I bought an SM58
Absolutely.
for $100. And I couldn't afford it.
Those poor things.
I had like $105 to my name, and I bought a $100 mic.
That's what you do. You got to make the risk.
That was so fucking cool. I came back to our little fucking storage unit, and I was like, dude, we're gonna be so sick. I got a 58, bro. Like, it's brand new. I think I should put a dent in it just to make the metal bands.
They can handle it. We'll get into that later.
I want to talk about our storage unit as well. We've been there a long time. We'll get into that.
Yes, you have.
We have a lot. There's a lot of shit here.
I heard it's at full occupancy.
Yeah.
Old Joseph was looking for a place the other day for Ex-Bastards, and he said it was all booked up there. I was like, why'd you move out in the first place?
All the big stuff's there are a couple small ones. But yeah, we've been there like 13 years.
What?
We had the wall. It was a 10 by 20.
Yep,
I
joined.
The wall. He joined in.
This is after I joined Dark Horizon.
There's a 5 by 20 next to it. And he goes,
we're jumping ahead of the line here, but we'll go back.
Yeah, we'll go back.
quick storage unit history. Yeah. So the wall was there. He's like, I wonder if they let us knock down the wall. I'm like, she ain't gonna let us knock down the wall.
I said, I bet they'll let me take this fucking wall down. He was
called her up. She was like, yeah, not a problem. Cool. We knocked down the wall.
She said the only rule I have is that you can't destroy because it's just fucking plywood.
Yeah.
She's like, you can't destroy the plywood. A fucking deal.
The bottom frame that's drilled into the concrete still there.
It looks like like you would frame up a wall.
Yeah.
Yeah. And she just had plywood around. Dude, we went in there.
Took it out, took the frame down. Now we got a 15 by 20 in there.
Best one in there, dude.
Yeah.
A lot of weird shit's happening.
We got Johnny and Carl from Champion Club in there with us. They've been jamming shit a couple of years now, actually. And,
they share it with you?
Yeah, so that helps on the rent. You know, I think we pay like $185 on it for 5 people. It's like 30-something bucks a month, man.
It's not bad.
We've been in there 13 fucking years. We were a little late on occasion.
Well, you know, you're not booking gigs. How you pay for your unit, you know?
We're a little late on occasion, but she's like, come on, man. It's like, we've been there so long. She's like, I'll waive the...
Their grandfather did.
Yeah, y'all are OGs.
Yeah. I think the only person that's been in there longer is, what's old cat's name across the hall? Jared.
Jared. He was in Nautilus, and he jammed with Marshall all the time. You know who I'm talking about.
Yeah.
We know Jared.
Yeah.
And then Benji, Weaver, and all of them, they in the back. They've been in there probably longer than us.
And Jared's gonna outlast you in there.
Oh, everybody. He'll die in there. Absolutely.
It's called his unit's called the Tomb. I had the good fortune of being your neighbor for like
that's right.
3-4 years, maybe
Mitch
5, something like that.
Mitchell's right next to it. We jammed, they jammed, fucking whatever.
I learned all your riffs by ear.
Do you remember any of those riffs? I don't either, man.
I was gonna get into it, asking you later. What being in the unit, next to you, like MJ would come in there. First of all, shout out to MJ.
Dude,
because
shout out to MJ.
Supreme shout out to MJ.
So many fucking times I fucking locked myself out, and like fucking MJ would be like down. I know he was down there. He's always down there.
Yeah.
I'd be like,
Or a quick call
MJ,
away.
can you let me in, or can you? Did I forget to put the fucking lock on the door? And bless his soul, he was always in there.
Solid dude.
But I was also gonna say, like, with the storage unit too. Speaking to the ability of a true professional you know, I would be in there like, I don't know, 2-3 nights a week just trying to record and stuff.
Yeah.
And MJ, you know, he's next door, and he would sit there and he'd play the same riff over and over and over again. And I'm gonna say it like this. I'm not gonna say it's because he was high and trying to figure anything out. I'm gonna say it speaks to a true professional in the sense that he was dialing in his tone, because he was so fucking, you know, he's there
he's consistently still doing it,
and just listening to what he's playing, like how it would how that riff would sound through that amp with that guitar, and he would he would work it out, you know, when you like before you guys, I mean, you guys, it's not even fucking practice, right? Mm-hmm. It's a fucking ritual. It's like you're fucking you
once
know,
a week,
it's beyond
Saturday night. Just
what did you say? 10+ years?
13
years. Yeah, it's not practice anymore. It's not even family. It's a fucking ritual.
That's a second home to us, honestly. Yep. We love going there once a week. It's nice just to get in there for 3 or 4 hours a night, jam out, bullshit. We bullshit more than we should, but I mean, it's just, I don't know, man. That place is like, you open the door, looks like shit, but whatever.
Well, some people play golf. Some people, you know.
Yeah.
Drive hot air balloons. Some people.
Some people drink Evan Williams apple. Whatever you're into.
Whatever you're into,
and it's delicious.
Hey, that unit though.
But yeah, I mean that's your fucking sanity, and like understanding. Like, I mean, like I said, me being your neighbor for so many years, like understanding like your dynamics of how you guys work together, and you go through your set, and then you bullshit, take a break, go through your set, you work on you. I'm like. I would sit there, I would try to record or mix something, and I'd fucking just stop whatever the fucking I was doing, and I'd just sit there and listen to you guys work out your songs, and
we do the same for you. Like, we knew you were recording or something, so we stopped for a minute, like you know, you'd be jamming out, fucking recording your thing, but like, hey man, do your shit.
Listen to my awful bullshit.
I'd love that awful bullshit. What you mean?
And and it got to the point where I could hear you working out parts, and I'm like, oh, that's not the same fucking part that you played last week.
Yep.
This is something new that you're trying out. And then I would, like, as soon as you get done, I'd fucking run over there and be like, dude, that thing you fucking did like last week.
It's like a free producer.
That was so fucking good. Why did you fucking do that? It was so fucking good. Where did it go?
our like, just when we get in there and jam, man, we just like to write a song. We start at the beginning and we just go. There's no, like, we may come up with an ending and then go back, like, to the part before and before that, whatever. But there's no set way. There's no verse, chorus. It's just...
Well, you don't need one the way y'all are doing.
No, it's instrumental, you know? Like
the fact that when y'all went full instrumental, it changed the whole dynamic of that band.
We had...
100%.
We had a few people come in and try out for vocals.
I heard about that. I heard did it Marshall? I remember Marshall at one point was saying he tried out, or he was going to be the singer or something like that.
I think he came in, maybe, I can't remember. There wasn't very many people, but we just kind of came in, you know, people come in.
Who all tried out besides Marshall?
I don't remember. There was, you know, I know a few people came in, tried out, and, you know, it wasn't anything super serious, but it just didn't work out. So we're like, you know what? Let's just keep it instrumental. And it works. It keeps working.
Evolved beyond anything down here.
You know, Vince left a few years ago. We just, you know,
I love Vince.
On good terms. There was no...
Shout out Vinny P.
Shout out to
Vincent Pisciatano. How you doing, sir?
He has a heart of gold. He let me borrow that bass rig of his, probably like 4 or 5 times.
The old Ampeg.
And so fucking cool. Like when me and you were doing the cover band, and I was like, man, can I play on this? You know, can I use this?
Let's touch on the cover band a little later.
Super fucking cool.
Wow, we have a lot to go over.
And,
yeah, we're going to be here for like 10 hours.
But I was going to say...
I got to work in the morning,
another thing I was going to say was when you guys, I don't remember if it was like your birthday bash or his Pets for Frets or whatever, but I remember y'all played and like Vince was like dialed in so fucking solid.
That 6-string Alvarez sounded nasty. Man.
I mean, it's like, and then he left, and I was like, who the fuck is going to replace that to be able to do all those little fucking nuances that he did, you know?
Nobody.
They got 8 strings now, and they just do it themselves.
That's what I heard. That they were going to compensate, right?
Yeah, we worked it out.
Story of my life.
We worked it out. You know, it's still. We made it work. Let's just say that.
You made it work, or are you making it work?
No, well, both.
I went up there the other night, and they played one of the newer 8-string songs they've written, and it's everything you want it to be.
Oh boy,
it's there, dude.
It's a new. So you're not like reinventing the old stuff to be able to play it.
Some of the stuff, there's a few songs where they're like, we can't really like. There's a few parts on some songs that are like we can't really transition that from the 7 to the 8. So like, all right, cool, whatever.
God damn.
Don't force it, like. So that's what I told him, like, whatever.
Justin and MJ on 8 strings is fucking.
But a lot of the
how heavy did it sound, Corey?
On the 8s?
Yeah, on the 8s.
Oh, dude.
I mean, are you like balls tingling?
Yeah, oh yeah. I think that might be something else, but it was. But no, it's Justin. Okay, so we'll back up. I was in Dark Horizon, and it was nowhere near what the people know is it now. So when I got out was to join Falls from Grace, and I said, man, y'all should really try it with this kid. Because we played, what was that place called? No, what was the place called right next to the jam room that all the little weird scene kids hung out? Yeah. We just randomly rolled our shit over there one day. We're like, we're playing on this show with all these kids. And we just went in there and set up, started playing. Dude. And the band before we went on had Justin playing. And I said, man, that kid's good. Like, he doesn't need to be in the band.
Do you remember the band name he was in?
Not at all.
When Skies Rain Fire.
There you go. See?
Yeah. No, it was Thunders. He played the Crawfish Festival.
Sounds sick.
Huh?
Remember we played the Crawfish Festival?
The graffiti show was the first time we met Justin.
Maybe that's what it was.
And then when I quit, I said, y'all need to hit up that kid from that other band, dude.
Yeah. He hit us up, actually.
And of course, I'm an idiot. I don't know anything, so they didn't do that. And then Justin hit them up, and they brought him in.
Yeah.
And I mean, dude, him and MJ together, Jesus Christ. Like,
yeah.
I watched it push because I'm retarded when it comes to guitar, dude. Like I can play some simple shit, or if you show me something, I can play it. I'm too lazy to play all them sweeps and shit.
Yeah,
we get a power chord in,
yeah, just like let's play some rhythm so I can drink.
Yeah,
and but MJ's like, no, man, I'm not doing that, dude. So
MJ was the lead guitar player.
Yeah, I was saying I watched this kid play, and I'm like, dude, you get these two together, the world's not gonna be able to take it. And then there they went, and it's true. I mean, you can watch them push each other to do stuff,
Yeah,
and
I've always been thoroughly impressed by both of them.
I've pretty much held up every band I've ever been in with my lack of skill. You know what I mean? Like,
I'm not really sure how I'm still jamming with them, dude. Those dudes are too good, man.
Yeah, those.
Like I don't come up with anything too wild, and they come up with some shit. I'm like, want me to come up with something?
Well, that's perfect for you.
I'm just gonna hi-hat and snare this part, guys, if you don't mind.
Can I do like some double bass over there? It's like, oh, okay,
I love playing with great guitar players because you don't have to do much as a drummer.
Yeah,
like you just sit back and let them do the work.
I'll let them be the what's it? I guess the frontman on this or whatever you want to say. Yeah, they're the showstoppers.
Absolutely.
Like I'm just back there keeping the rhythm. I guess I am the rhythm like part of that band because they're just doing all kinds of shit all the time. Yeah,
I can go with that.
Yeah, they'll play drums, but yeah, they just I don't know, man. The both of them just jam, and they're always anytime one would get would upgrade equipment. Not too long after that, like when they went to 7 strings, they would. Like I think Justin got one first, and then MJ was like,
"That thing was gorgeous."
Yeah, he's like, "I got you." They switch it, and then MJ go get one. 2. Oh, we're going to 2 heads. All right. Like I think Justin got one.
Yeah, I remember y'all were playing Solid State for a long time.
When I was in it, we were just still doing Solid State.
Yeah, we went through some amps. Yeah, so MJ's got the old Eddie Van Halen, rest in peace.
Dude, the old school.
That's the best.
It doesn't even have the Tolex on it.
Yeah,
it's just wood grain.
Those are my favorite.
Yeah, he took it off.
And it looks super cool too.
Yeah,
I
love it.
Somebody would pay a lot of money because they think it's like some homemade thing. Like it's a really cool amp,
I remember when he got it, and I was like, "What is this?"
Him and Justin drove a couple hours,
and it's MJ, so he got a fucking deal on it.
Yeah,
the dude always falls into some retarded shit.
Yeah.
Always.
He's got the old 5150 cab. Yep. Justin got some stupid Egnator Armageddon fucking nasty ass head with the Mesa cab, and that's it. That's the tone.
And MJ I saw a live stream with him recently. Shout out to tell me if I'm getting this wrong. Blue Tuna.
Blue Tuna. That's it.
Yeah.
Cover band. Yeah.
Is that his cover band? Okay.
Is that Don Todd in there?
Yes.
Don Quave, right?
Yeah. John's on drum, and then Don, on guitar and vocals. Yeah.
13 years ago, I brought a car to some shade tree mechanic.
Yes.
And it was Don Todd, and he fixed my car. And he
probably runs like a top still.
He had a big banner or sticker or something that said Blue Tuna, and I was like, was that is it your ex-wife? Like, what is that talking about?
Yeah.
He's like, that's my band, bro. And I remembered that. And then I saw his MJ's live stream he was doing with them, and I was like, oh, Blue Tuna, that's the same guy, Don Todd. That's all. It was pretty neat.
Yeah.
It's a good wraparound.
Yeah, it's a good wraparound.
You're talking about their rigs. So if I understand correctly, they're still just playing through guitar rigs. So they're not alternating anything to compensate for low end. Like they're not like
don't get me started on MJ.
They're not like submixing. They're not like splitting their signals to bass rigs or anything.
No,
it's
just
all so
two half stack amps with tube heads, a couple pedals, a couple
and they're
reverb
tuning
pedals,
to what,
delays.
like A?
Yeah, don't I don't know much about guitar nowadays. So the bottom 6 is standard, but they did a half step down, and then the top 2 or whatever.
I think it's an F or an F sharp or something.
Yeah, it's all half step down. They were standard tuning on it, and they did a half step down, and we're all like, all right, that's it.
It's got a good.
Yeah,
it's clear. You can hear the notes to where it's not just like that. You know that everybody's doing that floppy 8-string shit. But theirs is like tight, and it's got a good. You can hear everything through it.
Yeah,
you know when they're running scales and all that. Crazy
MJ's still playing an
stuff.
Ibanez, of course. That's just I don't think.
Why wouldn't he?
Yeah,
the RG or what?
It's an 8-string. Whatever. I don't know.
Whatever they're
probably,
and
then
probably.
Justin's got the Strandberg
Look,
with the crazy neck on it, the no head, whatever. Yeah.
this will be a good segue.
Let's segue.
Let's all.
Is that the thing that they write on?
We need to check each person's bank account and see what we're working with. See what your credit score is, and let's get some cash together.
No, dude, I got a Sweetwater account. What do you need?
There you go.
Ed is very generous.
Same.
I got.
It's like, fuck it. I'll call you and make you sound like you're happy you're spending all this money.
Let's reopen Magic Moments.
Oh, dude.
And fucking just have.
Oh, they tore it down.
I don't even.
Did they really?
Yeah, there's a Goodwill there now.
So I don't even remember how we got into Magic Moments. Do you remember how we gave? Was it Tyler and James were booked there?
Subsist.
I want to say they played, and then we knew them, and it was kind of like, hey, you guys want to come
That's
over
our high
for
school
us?
buddies.
Yeah, that's exactly what happened. And
Tyler Voss on vocals.
yeah,
Oh,
he's in
T-Vo.
Wildflower. Is that not the?
I don't know.
No, that's it.
I get it wrong every time.
Yeah.
But he
How rude.
shout out Tyler. I've been fucking with that dude forever, dude. But they started playing, and he said, "Man, look, you guys can come play for us in front of us like 30 minutes." And we're like, we barely got that, but all right.
Yeah, we'll make stretch.
And
out.
there we went, man. And
then we did the cover of Break Stuff by Limp Bizkit and everybody.
Yeah, you did
finished
that.
out
We did,
the 30 minutes.
hell yeah.
Is that on video somewhere?
I hope not.
Yeah, I hope not. No.
I don't think any of that
Let's
plethora of
see
stuff's
that.
on video anywhere.
We did record.
That was our first forte, and Puzz is 21 now, and they just gave us $200 at the end of the night. You know what I mean? Like, shit, we made a lot, because all our friends would come out. Like, we always had a decent crowd, even though we were crappy, because all our friends would, what else are you fucking doing, you know?
Yeah.
So we $200 and was like, hey, Puzz, bro, go pick up some Budweisers. You know what I mean?
Or Heinekens. Yeah.
Yeah,
one of the
so
two.
we just play, get paid, go to the house and drink, you know?
That was it.
Man.
Like a
Typical Friday night.
normal 18-year-old kid, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, we drove through fences over here.
We never really got too crazy, to be honest with you. We had a very helpful adult mother, I'm not going to name, that allowed us to partake.
Oh,
and we
we
were responsible about it. Nobody got too crazy.
Right.
You know? We just kind of hung around, drank a bit, and played here and there. We ended up recording our first demo at their house in the living room.
Yeah.
Live. We did a live recording with a guy. He came over and ran all kind of wires. I'm like, what is this, you know?
Oh, you didn't hang a mic in the middle of the room like we did?
He mic'd everything, and we did it, and it sounded semi-decent for what it was back in, what was that, probably 2007?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I'd love to see what
I got it somewhere.
Oh,
I'm
the
glad you
recordings,
do. Yeah. And the evolution of our songwriting from when we started without MJ to MJ, because MJ brought in fucking space chords and all this shit. I'm like, what the fuck is all
He brought
this,
in the
man? You know,
leads.
yeah, you know what I mean? I was like, well, this is crazy. Like, I can do this, and he can come over it, and it kind of opened up everything, you know?
Yeah.
MJ, dude, just shout out MJ. I'm gonna shout out MJ all night.
Taurus.
Why wouldn't I?
I was driving home from work a long time this year, a while back, and I'm driving home from work. I was driving home from work.
Don't spill the beans.
Yeah, don't give away everything.
And I look over, and there's a bunch of I was like, oh, what are we protesting? Like, what's happening?
Oh, I know.
I
What
look
this
over.
is.
MJ's standing here with the sickest assault rifle.
Yeah,
I've ever
AK-47.
seen.
Absolutely, yeah.
And they're holding up signs, and I didn't know what it was. I assumed guns.
Didn't want to stop and ask. Yeah. MJ's quite the character. He just shows up at stuff. Like
he was like, yeah.
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 So So we did Plethora at Magic Moments, and then let's see,
where was Magic Moments?
Pascagoula.
That's right.
Right across from the car dealer.
I saw Jared play there one time.
Seymour?
The Nautilus, something like that.
Oh yeah.
The overpass.
I got a bunch of crazy stories about that place. Jesus Christ. You remember Parabellum?
Yeah.
That's where I met. That's where I met them at.
I know all them dudes.
It was Dead for 10 Weeks, Blood Churn, Parabellum, and That Yellow Bastard from Hattiesburg. And Parabellum was supposed to open, and they just didn't show up, and everybody's bitching and shit.
Nice.
Well, they finally pull up. Remember they had the bus?
Yep. The school bus.
Late as fuck, dude. Transmission went out. They were doing like 40 all the way here from Pensacola. So they finally show up, and Zach's like, bro, we gotta get this shit in here. So I just fucking walked out, started grabbing gear, and they never said nothing. Okay. And just like that's how I met those guys. And we've hung out ever since then. I miss all them dudes. Shane and Todd and Jason. All them dudes.
Shane's in another band right now.
Dark Star Coven.
There you go.
Yep. I loved Shane, dude. He was hilarious, man. Like I could drink beer with that dude every day. When they came down, I was like, I gotta go see him. I've drove all the way to Hattiesburg to see him. Like,
you still talk to them guys?
I haven't talked to them dudes in forever.
They had some jams.
Yeah, because Parabellum was such a good band. Like, that was probably one of my favorite bands in this region.
They were
so good, man.
It was like every show that we played back. I think I was in Purity Undone at the time. Every show that we played, like Mobile, Pensacola, that area that had like 10 bands on it. We were always right next to them, and we just. It was so cool because they were so much older than us.
Oh yeah,
and they just knew what they just.
Oh, look at these guys!
Commanded confidence.
Yeah, and then like even like we did. We actually got to play Pensacola with them. So
that's a
Todd told me.
Yeah,
there's a whole story to that one. Todd tells me, hey man, we need one of your bands to come play the what was the big name of the bar? Fuck. Handlebar.
Yeah.
He's like, we only play twice a year in Pensacola, and this is one of them. I'm like, all right, cool. Like. What band do you want? He's like, see if you can get Fat Beat to do it. I was like, all right. Well, they didn't want to do it. I think somebody was out of town or something. So I said, well, look, man, I'm playing guitar in this other band, dude. We can shoot over there. He was like, all right. We probably shouldn't have shot over there because all we did was drink all day and get in there. Me and MJ cranked our amps up as loud as we could. And we ran everybody out of that bar for our 30-minute set. Nobody watched us.
Yes, that is a small.
Wait, so you were in Fat Beat and Dark Horizon at the same time?
Correct. And then I was starting to hang around Falls from Grace at the same time. I was a very busy man.
Wide that's a wide stretch of genres of music there.
Yeah. So I'm trying to think when I did Fat Beat. Fat Beat was right after Plethora, if I'm not mistaken, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I did Fat Beat, which was still to this day one of the craziest bands I've ever been in.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
That was insane.
Like I remember
I feel like
Zach Rowdy's the reason I got in that band. He said, hey man, Josh is doing this other thing. Because I started out, I met Zach at work. He was like, what do you listen to? It was the first thing he ever said to me. What do you listen to? I'm like, what are you talking about? What kind of music you listen to? I was like death metal and stuff. He's like, good. Like, we're playing this weekend, come out. I'm like, oh, okay, cool. I was the only person there. Like, what are we doing? Like, so it turned into like, you want to help us out?
Typical show.
It was a Kurt show, you know? But no, he was like, you want to just start hanging out with us and going to these shows? I'm like, sure. So it turned into like setting up, helping Josh with his drums because he had the triggers. He ran all the brain and everything live. It was just a huge mess. Setting up Charlie and it was, oh my God. Like, learning that blew my mind, like fresh out of high school. This isn't what they taught me. And, so helped him set up all the guitar stuff, and I went everywhere with those dudes. And then Zach was like, hey, man, Josh is doing this other fucking crazy-ass band. You'd be perfect for it. I'm like, I guess. So Josh talks to me. I show up to try out, and I guess they had this other guy lined up to try out, and he showed up, and it got kind of weird. But then they, whatever. They saw that.
Awkward.
And basically, they told me, Dillinger Escape Plan, but with this kind of shit going on, you got this. And I was just like, all right. Like, there was never, like, a really tryout. It was just like, you're in. Just yell. I'm like, oh, okay. Because Christian is a fucking genius, for one. Like, I was 19 or 20 when I got into that, and like being around him and seeing how he did stuff, I was like, Jesus Christ, this dude's got it figured out, you know? The songs were so out there, but they made sense, and it's just like everything kind of, I was just like, this doesn't make any sense to me, but I get it, you know? And so we did that, and that band, I played Memphis with that band. Like, we did a lot of cool stuff with that band. We packed out Kirk's on a Wednesday with some band from L.A. called Secretary. That place, you couldn't get in the door on a Wednesday night.
That's where I saw you the most. Was at
Kirk's. Dude, it was like, what do you guys want to do? So let's play Kirk's. Hattiesburg scene, they ate us up in Hattiesburg. They loved us in Hattiesburg.
Yeah.
You know? So I did that for a couple of years, and then towards the end of it, like, we were slowing down on booking shows. They were like really pushing, like, let's record all the time now and write new stuff. And like, I was still I just turned 21. I'm like, dude, I just want to get drunk and go destroy stuff. Like, why are we recording it? Like, so then it was like, hey, man, we kind of want another guitar player in this thing we're doing now. And I was like, all right. So I started doing that on my off nights. So I wasn't working. I got laid off from my job.
Back when we had vocals too.
Right.
At the time, it was Obama was paying me $200 a week. Stop playing music, living life.
I feel like
Phil lived that dream.
Holy shit! Can I say something? I feel like
Are we connecting right now?
I feel like me and Corey are the same freaking guy.
It's getting weird.
Maybe you should be in a band together.
That's a great idea.
Let's do it, dude.
I feel like me and Corey are like.
I see a guitar and drums back here.
I can't play either one.
Holy shit, dude! Because when I went on tour with Mitchell, I had just gotten laid off.
Yeah.
No fault of my own.
No, it wasn't mine either.
That's what I tell people.
I legitimately, they closed our whole company down.
Oh, shit.
And I was just like, fuck it, I'm going to play music.
I was a shitty employee.
Well, I mean, I was too, but they just shut down before they got me, you know what I mean?
So I'm getting like what was it, $210 a week?
Yeah, it was $230 something, and they taxed it was $210 a week.
Taxes, yes.
And I went on tour with him, and it was like, man,
it's the dream.
It was so much fun.
Yeah.
Oh, God damn it.
So I would juggle Fat Beat twice a week, and then we were doing Dark Horizon, I think, maybe 3, sometimes 4 nights a week.
We were up there a lot.
We were playing. That's all I did. You know what I mean?
Really?
Yeah. So probably explains why the girl I was dating then broke up with me, but I was never home. Like I was just always out. And then when I wasn't doing my band stuff, I was like, fuck it, I'm just gonna go out and find a show. And I would just go to stuff. And that's, I mean, I guess now looking back, it's like, oh, that's marketing, you know, like you're out talking to everybody. Everybody knew who I was because I was at everything. It was just like, oh, there's some shitty rap show at Kirk's on a Wednesday. Let's go. Fuck
That's how we Moose. Yeah, we was like
one of the greatest
Friday,
bands this coast has ever seen
true.
was Moose. Dude.
That's
like,
true. Shout out to Moose.
Jesus Christ.
Shout out to Wayne Mott.
Wayne Mott.
Tim,
Big buddy, Wayne Mott.
me and Tim, dude. Tim was my boy.
What was the bass player's name?
I want to say me and you went, it was a Friday night. I said, dude, we ain't got shit booked this weekend. What are we doing with our lives? I was like, let's just go to Kirk's. Something's going on. So I grabbed a handle bottle of Crown. We went to Kirk's and couldn't get in the door. I'm like, the fuck?
Yeah, that's not good.
Like, what's going on at Kirk's?
Why?
Yeah.
Because Moose was playing?
Yeah. We walked in and I'm like, what is this shit?
Yeah.
Like, and then we saw like maybe 4 or 5 songs and I was like, we got to play with these guys, man.
Yeah.
And Wayne and Tim had known who I was because of Fat Beat. They came to all the Fat Beat shows. So they were like, dude, I was like, you want to play a show with us? They're like, yeah. I was like, with Dark Horizon? Like, oh. You know what I mean? It was kind of like they wanted to play Fat Beat, you know? But that was like really at the end of
and then we played like 1,000 times.
Dude, we played with those guys every weekend for the longest time.
In hindsight, they were very, very similar to you guys in the aspect of how you were kind of a template from Dillinger Escape.
Yeah.
They were, I believe it was ISIS that Wayne was very, very fond of.
That was their main
inspiration.
you know.
They had a little Meshuggah to them. I just remember that dude beating the ever living fuck
Dustin
out
Black,
of drums,
that boy
dude.
beat. I sold him like a 14-inch crash. It was probably destroyed in like 2 shows. It was.
I remember one time at a show, he said, "Hey Puzz, man, I need to borrow your snare." And dude, Puzz was nervous the whole time. He was like, "Dude, he's gonna fuck him." He was so. It was clear he wasn't just beating on them. You could hear everything, but dude, he beat the shit
He was intense
out of them drums.
The best way to say it is it was intense.
I could just remember him playing shit and then like during breaks, like retightening things all the time. I'm like, God damn, dude, like.
I'd rather somebody borrow a snare than a cymbal.
Yeah.
I've let people borrow cymbals.
You can replace a head.
Yeah, I don't have $250 to replace a damn custom.
But we did shows with Moose for fucking months, dude.
All over. Mainly Kirk's. But
it'd be like the first night they would play last, the second night we'd play last, you know, and then we did Nick's Ashtray with those dudes. That's when what's his name fucked his leg up, the dude from Silent Trust.
Talk about Andrew.
Yeah, dude, he fucked his leg up bad.
Like how bad?
No, he was pretty bad.
What did he do? What did he do? A cartwheel or something?
Moshing while we were playing up at old Nick's Ashtray, dude. Just
that place is gone too. That's a whole plaza now. Last time I passed by there.
That was a cool bar. I enjoyed that bar.
Yeah.
Well, real quick, talking about how Dark Horizon operates on such a beyond a professional level, because you guys have grown up together. I had the pleasure of recording Moose and watching their dynamics and recording them at my old house, and like Wayne just being like, yeah, we missed a beat, or you missed a crash, or that's not right on bass. Just like catching it, just like
they were very
to his musicianship, just how on the ball he was with.
That's how serious.
I was intimidated by Wayne because he was so smart, and I'm kind of dumb.
Yeah, he did not.
Just kind of hung in the back and let him talk.
I'm not gonna lie.
Like he was, he would catch it, on playback. Be like,
Oh, yeah.
yo, that's not there. Can we fix that? You know,
I remember
like,
getting
that crash that wasn't hit. Can we bring that back?
Was it a 4 or 5 song EP that they first did before they did the Russian
a dusky
cut?
squirrelfish on it. Yeah.
That was them dudes were just too talented, man. That band was so good.
I miss Wayne. He's so fucking talented.
I ran into Tim randomly like a couple months back. Just ran into him. So, hey, man.
Didn't Tim have a baby? I think he had like
two.
He's got
kids,
2 now. Yeah. And Wayne, I think he was a firefighter,
Still
and
is,
then I think he was doing.
He's doing a lot of outside stuff.
He was trying to get into EMS. I want to say he got into EMS.
Like firefighter, maybe. Someone.
I know.
he always had a mustache. So
Wayne?
this makes sense. All this makes
Yeah,
sense.
Wayne's a firefighter.
Yeah, I thought he was.
Go for it, I believe.
GP.
Yeah, I thought he was trying to take a test for
No, he's a firefighter, straight up.
to be able to do EMS too. I don't remember something like that. I know he's a. I know
I
that
just
he's
know I
a busy
miss all
guy
those
because I fucking. I was like, dude, you want to write some songs? You want to like get some? And then he was like, I would love to, except I got to juggle, this and new baby, life, everything. I was like,
those dudes were just so. Minus the shows, because we played 1,000 shows with those dudes. They were just fun to be around.
Yeah.
Like they were just great dudes to bullshit with.
Yep.
You know what I mean? And just you sit at a venue and make fun of somebody else. We're hanging out with those guys. You know what I mean?
when he went on to be in Quiet Hands, me and Phil, when we were doing Mordecai, we got to play a bunch of shows with Quiet Hands. That was super fun.
Yeah, they're fucking
Saw them at
great dudes, man.
Squeaky Lizard a couple of times. Yeah, they jammed too.
Yeah, that was good stuff. And it evolved really fast.
Yeah.
Really fast.
Yep. Jesus Christ, this coast used to have some fucking music on it. Dude. What happened?
I feel like in the past couple of years it's come back a little bit.
I'm starting to hear about bands again randomly. So
I'm
that's
talking like
good.
actual bands, like maybe not venue wise, but like band wise, man. It's like
what bands?
Yeah, name them.
Yeah,
give me 10.
There's
right
the
now.
one with the dude that plays and sings at the same time.
The acoustic guy.
It seems to be like a bit of a resurgence kind of in the scene. You know what I mean? Like
I mean, you got Silent Trust. You got was it Faking Solace? I believe.
Yep.
You got us still kicking.
False from
Northern Lights Suplex.
Oh, yeah.
Shout out to Justin.
Yeah,
and they jam. You put me on the spot. I'm drawing a blank.
There's a lot to.
There's.
Well, it was a lot easier when I was at the storage unit with you.
Yeah, MySpace made it
because
super easy.
half the bands in there were the active bands on the coast.
Yeah.
But since I'm not down there anymore, I don't even fucking know who's in there.
The only bands that are in there is still us. You got Jared across the hall, and then Benji and them in the back. Distant Approach. Yeah. I think that's literally it. There used to be like 10 bands in there.
It used to be nothing but bands. You'd have to like, what time are y'all getting done? And then we kind of, there was one cover band at the front of the hall.
Down to None? No.
No. It wasn't Down to
I know
None.
what you're talking about.
Who was in that band?
Down to None?
We called him Danny DeVito. I can't remember the drummer's name.
It
You know
wasn't
what I'm
Down
talking about?
Danny DeVito.
That's what he looked like.
How rude.
I mean,
That sounds familiar.
they were all right. I just remember being a cover band. Like they had like a lot of.
Were they? Okay.
They had a ton of expensive equipment. I'm like, you guys are just using all this for cover songs?
Yeah.
Like, did they have like? I remember we bought the Joey Jordison drum kit when they put it out.
That was
I'm like,
it.
What are you? You're playing, Third Eye Blind on this Joey Jordison kit. Like, what are we doing?
I really can't remember the name. It wasn't Down to None. It was
Down to None was that other band.
I was with James Wilbanks, I think.
Yeah, Down to Noni. We were famous for that one, going to play a show and then going to the marquee out front and switching all the letters around to say dumb shit.
Yeah. We've done that.
Famous for that
I think I got a picture on there somewhere of the Kirks. It was like turd suck something.
I know.
Yeah, it was
I'm thinking of 13th Hour.
It wasn't them.
Because you said up front by the door, and they had the
they were outside.
They had the wide room.
Yeah,
that's probably a good thing they were
up there by the
outside because
door.
they stole shit.
Yeah. Fuck those.
At least one did.
They acquired things.
Illegally.
Let's not talk
A
about it.
little local history.
Yeah. You want to dive into the dark side of the local scene? We can go.
She was a good bass player. I remember.
Yes, yeah.
I remember her being a really. I wonder whatever happened to her if she went on to play in other bands or she.
If you're watching this, hit us up.
I think it was Mike was the main one that kind of
petty.
I thought he.
Phil's looking.
He's just trying to holler at you.
Yeah, I remember her. She was hot.
She was jamming.
Yeah.
I think we played with them.
Remember
the few times I saw him, she was solid.
Yeah, she's very. She was a tight bass player. Yeah.
Nate's in Gulfport, I think.
That's when they got in that big fight because they lost to the older guys that wore makeup.
Uncrowned?
Yeah. I was gonna say Unchained, but that's
shit.
Van Halen. You know, remember them dudes?
Uncrowned from Thunders all the time.
Yeah, everybody was on.
I remember the first time I saw them, I was like, man, these dudes are old wearing makeup. What's this about? And then like they start playing, I was like, oh, okay.
Was it like 80s hair metal?
No, it was just like they were trying to keep up with like the Egypt Centrals at the time, you know.
Like goth,
they were opening for Egypt Central Thunders.
Yeah, they were like a big opening act.
They're from Atlanta, man? Yeah. I don't know how to remember
think so.
that. Yeah.
Follow-up question, Corey. You have
follow-up answer, Phil.
you have Club Deceased on your Instagram.
I do.
What's going on? What is that?
So you know the name.
I know exactly who they are. Yeah.
So I met Lauren when I was maybe 14 or 15.
Mm-hmm.
He worked out at the base with my mom, and I would work during the summertime. And when I got off at lunch, like I did like a volunteer program out there. Mm-hmm. They made me bail boats in the rain. It was fucking miserable, but it looks good on a job application. So I would go hang out at my mom's work afterwards, and well, he was part of a different program where they were in school and learning stuff. So she was like, just go hang out with this guy. And like, that's how I met him. And he would always, oh yeah, I got this band. I'm like, oh hell yeah. He turned me on to a lot of music, dude. Poison the Well, all that old Trustkill shit, you know, he got me into Dead Sea and all that shit. And I was, you know, impressionable 14, 15-year-old, you know, like I'll go check it out, I don't give a shit, you know. Yeah. So fast forward, Chrissy ends up knowing Lauren from way back in the day too. Mm-hmm. And she's like, hey, I ran into Lauren the other day. I'm like, wow, like I haven't heard this name in forever. So we reconnected, and he's like, man, you still jamming? I'm like, not really. Like I consider Falls from Grace still active, but we just kind of get together whenever we can.
Right.
Couple reunions.
We've never officially said, hey, don't fucking talk to me anymore. You know, you're done.
Yeah.
So I'll always do that. But he was like, come check out these songs, see if you dig them, which I remember getting their demo back in the day. So I get there and they run through the songs. I picked up a couple riffs and like, if you want to do it, you're in. I'm like, fuck it, dude, I'm in. So I'm playing bass now.
Hit up Ed at Sweetwater.
Yeah. Hey, Ed, you got that LTD Surveyor 87? Yes, yeah. Send it.
Because, you know, I go way back with them. Not really, but I had the CD with the sticker on it.
The white.
Said, the white square sticker. Yep. And I was like, and it was a nice, it was a nice sounding
I believe they did that
album
one at Holly House, I think they did that one.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
It was nice.
Yeah, it was good. Yeah. It was just so different from anything down here, and I think that's what got him.
It wasn't like a cookie cutter metal or alternative rock.
But see, like the shit they're doing now that I've picked, like, dude, it's watching those guys put together a song blows my mind, and I'm like, fuck, I'm about to ruin this whole band.
Who else is in that band?
Jason. It's still the same. It's all the same guys.
Really?
It's just me on bass. Yep.
Are y'all gonna record something?
Oh, so you're in Club Deceased now?
Yep. Officially, yeah.
Oh shit!
On the bass, on the low end.
I have a fucking mono synth pedal. I don't even know what the fuck it does.
I was looking at the
Electro Harmonics mono.
Yes.
No, look. Me and Mitch are kind of synth kings.
Yeah.
We were.
I'm not. No. That thing's impressive, dude.
No, they have some legit synth. Synth keyboards. It was nice.
You said you're playing bass.
I'm playing bass now. Yep.
Wow.
It's the cool thing for me, I guess, that made me kind of like, yeah, fuck it, I'll do it, is they're using their bass as a guitar in that band. So I'm pretty much just not having to do the whole power chord. It's a lot of room, but I'm using a lot of effects too, you know what I mean?
But those guys, they had a record store for
Rusty Robots, absolutely. I used to throw some bomb ass shows at that motherfucker too.
And it was St. Martin.
Yeah, Falls from Grace played with Catheter there.
I saw they're
I don't know why that was.
Wait. There was an awkward pause. Like everyone was like,
so they were trying to process it. What band's he making fun of now?
They had this one show there with this band called Future Islands before they blew up. And I saw Future Islands there, and then I saw Future Islands playing like a record store thing in Chicago. And the next fucking thing I know, they're on David Letterman.
That's it.
Wow. So they played at Rusty Robots.
Yeah.
I live like right up the street from that place. Well, where it was.
Watching.
You do.
So Jason's in Georgia. So it's a lot of like, he comes down, we work through shit, and then we have a group chat, and there's a lot of shit getting sent back and forth. So it's a different process for me because we're not all in a room learning it together, but it's technology is allowing us to be in this damn band and somebody be, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So he sits there and just does it all day, and then boom, you got 3 songs sent to your phone, and then you just go home and work on them, you know what I mean? It's different. I enjoy it a lot, dude. They got killer fucking tunes. Those guys, the way they play guitar.
Are you getting questions on there?
Are we getting questions, Phil?
Hey, if anybody is watching and wants to ask a question,
our buddy Opie is watching. He said, "I got a question: whole milk or 2%?"
2%'s water milk, so
I go with the vitamin D.
All day with the Redcap on it.
I'm gonna make a public service announcement. If you drink 2% milk, get out of my face. Right?
Whole milk for life.
Yeah, you gotta get
what
the
kind
Redcap
of life
milk.
are you living? Like taking all the fats and the
get it.
proteins.
Are you
dude.
cool with organic?
Somebody worked hard to get that milk. You
I
need
don't
to
give
enjoy
a
all of it.
shit. Dude,
Are you cool with organic or
sure,
just straight
I'll
up?
drink it, but I'm not gonna.
I just want to point out for the fact that we have a certain friend in our group that will still remain unnamed that believes what is this bullshit he tries to sell me all the time? Not almond. What's the other one?
The oat
Cashew?
milk.
Oat. This juice. That shit ain't milk,
Yeah,
bro.
it's not
It's
milk.
oat juice.
Oat
Can we
milk-
all agree on that?
Yeah,
at the
oat
table?
milk is trash.
It's because it's juice.
Almond milk's legit. Cashew milk's legit because it has tons of protein.
Yeah.
Oat
juice.
2% milk. Throw it in the dirt ditch.
Just don't even use
Get
it.
out of my face.
Just throw
I
it in the
can't even
garbage.
drink milk, so this is all. I mean, I'm.
Oh, you like?
Oh,
this
dude, if I
stuff?
look at milk, I got to shit. You know what I mean? Like, the fact that we're talking about it now has me sweating a little bit. You know what I mean?
Holy shit!
And then it's like a whole process. You know what I mean?
The whole process.
I mean, we can get into this if you guys want. You know what I mean? Like,
I think it's pretty clear.
yeah.
Holy shit! Holy shit! His bones are weak as fuck.
Oh, dude, it's bad. And then it's like you got to go in there and you got to get totally naked. You know, so
What are we talking about?
He's
Taking a shit.
He's a naked pooper.
yeah, you got to be naked when you shit. Absolutely.
I shit when I'm naked.
Yeah, that's the only way I
get it.
will.
Yeah, I get it.
Yeah.
I get it.
Like,
It's
he goes
awkward
in
at
pub-
work, yeah. You got to hang all your shit up on the thing, but it is what it is, you know. I didn't know there was cheese on that sandwich, you know. So here's a segue for you, Phil. Speaking of shitting,
Is this where we take a break?
what Bigfoot? Yes or no? You think he's real?
Yeah, he's just really blurry.
Yeah, I really do believe in this. This is a big deal breaker for me with people.
He's always a blurry guy.
I believe it.
He needs to get his shit together. Oh, okay.
Sorry, we got real personal with my,
Alright, you
with
wanna
my
check
stomach there.
You want to check your notes? What we got?
What we're segueing into next.
I don't see milk on your notes.
Naked shitting wasn't on there either, but it got brought up. So
Corey, your ruffian deal. Tell me about that. What is that?
International Cigar Club.
Little stogies.
8,000 plus members, 7 countries. It's huge. It's awesome.
It's huge.
So I'm over the Louisiana, Mississippi area. I'm the captain of the area. So like every year, which we didn't do it this year because fucking COVID. But like last year we did the big meetup on Decatur at the New Orleans Cigar Factory, which they take complete care of us.
Absolute blast.
Dude, we bought 3 kegs. We had Chafunkta Brewery come in and help us out with the kegs. And it's a good time, man. Just trying to die early and
smoke cigars all night.
You know?
Dude,
Drink a couple beers.
That
Good
sounds
time.
like some man shit.
Oh, it's fun.
right.
Oh, dude, and the guy that started this whole thing is from Florida, and he's one of the coolest dudes you'll ever meet in your life.
So help me understand. You it's a cigar club.
Yeah.
And you don't like push any certain brand of
No,
cigar.
no.
It's just like, hey,
Smoke what you
Let's just
like.
get together, and it's a group of people that can get together and just enjoy, And it's connected me with a lot of people. I talk to people like we have a chat room with all the captains, and then we have like an open one, and we all bullshit about it, just whatever. Hey, I bought this today. Have y'all tried this one yet? Or hey, we send each other shit all the time. It's just a cool.
It's just like with whiskey. It's just kind of
Yeah,
the same thing.
it's just a way to
try different
Okay.
whiskeys.
So
yeah.
I flew to Florida. I was like, fuck it, let's just go meet this guy.
no shit.
Yeah, we flew over there, and I had probably the biggest blast of my time ever in Florida, just getting fucking annihilated.
By cigars?
No, they took us to this place called the Jetty in West Palm Beach.
The Jetty.
Yeah,
Sounds racist.
it had a Cuban vibe. You all right?
Half this
But no,
podcast is us laughing.
I've met, like when we did ours over in New Orleans, some of the guys from Texas, they drove over and just like,
Really?
just hey, what's up? And it's like, these people, but you don't.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? To me, it's no different than being in a band. You can almost, there's parallels to it. You know what I mean? It's just, you're just meeting other people.
I wish you would have brought some cigars now.
I could have. With the whole breakup, I don't have any right now. I had to wipe my entire house out of all my stuff. Thanks for bringing it up.
Yeah.
Fine.
Wow, this is all right. This party really died.
I get it.
No, but I do have a 200 count humidor.
What does that mean?
It's the holder for them.
Stack full.
I can keep 200 cigars at one time.
Now
Yeah.
what? So you cigars can't have humidity.
They need it. 70 and 70. 70 degrees, 70% humidity. It's perfect.
Yeah.
You know everything more about cigars than what I do.
Yeah.
You got to have one.
It just helps them not dry out.
Does Arnold Schwarzenegger really have like the best humidity room for
Probably.
cigars?
He's got a lot more money than I do, so I would imagine. I keep mine decent, you know what I mean?
When's Falls from Grace playing another party?
I don't know.
I had fun at the last deal. That was so much fun. Holy shit.
I bought a whole guitar and everything for that.
Really?
Yeah. So I have this thing.
There was 3 guitars up on stage.
Yeah, dude. So, okay. His son is, I think, 13 or 14 now.
Jared's son?
Donnie's.
Donnie's.
Dude shreds.
So I can remember when I first got around Donnie, that kid was maybe, I want to say 3, 4, or 5.
Yeah.
You know, I'm bad with dates and times, so don't quote me on any of this. But he knew all those songs. He'd sing them. He'd been practices.
You guys sounded tight.
Well, he was good.
I mean, you sounded legit.
He started coming to the practices and playing and shit, and it was like, well, damn.
It sounded full.
No, I watched him because when you see a young guy with an older band like that on stage, I didn't give a shit about nothing else that was going on. I was studying him.
Yeah,
I was just studying him, and he was tight. He did really good.
I went to one of their practice with him before they played that show, and he was like, he's playing some like old Motley Crue and shit. Like,
the kid
not
rips,
just like, oh, I don't know what I'm doing.
This is the most active child in the world. Like full-time sports. He's killer at those. He gets every time. Like I've been to Donnie's house a couple times since all this started coming back, walking around playing guitar. And can just play anything, and it's like, dude, who are you? Like, you know.
I did see him snap the shit out of his arm. Football game. Okay.
He
snapped his arm.
He saw me snap the shit out of my leg.
Oh, that's a story there. Yeah.
Yeah, he's tougher than me because I would kill myself.
Kid. Yeah, like Dak Prescott out there. Yeah.
That whole family, man. So when I got into Falls from Grace, like that turned into way more than just a band for me.
Really?
Yeah, Donnie took me in, man. He gave me a job for a while.
Yeah.
You know, I was living with him. He had a house out in the kiln with an extra room.
Yeah.
And he'd be like, hey man, if you need, just come over here and stay for like a couple weeks, and I'll get you some work. And like I mean, they really became like a second family to me, honestly.
He's a good dude. He's a good dude.
When we did the whole Oklahoma move, you know, I was pretty much like his wife, his children, and Corey.
That's right. Y'all went to Oklahoma for
Oklahoma.
A while.
Absolutely. A couple years.
You told me about that.
Cutting trees.
We ended up taking our stuff up there and wrote a couple of those songs that came out on that Thelma EP.
How long were you up there?
3 years, I think I was up there.
No shit.
Yeah, that was a good stretch.
And I didn't come home. I barely came home.
And you were just cutting trees and shit?
That's it, dude.
Cutting trees.
Listening to dying fetus and just running trees over.
Hang on. Were you cutting trees with a chainsaw or with a piece of machinery?
Sometimes a chainsaw. Donnie, why pay more people when I can buy this Bobcat that's not even out yet? We had some dope Bobcats that I flipped, by the way. But he had these 30-inch saws that were made to go on the front of a Bobcat, and you just pull up to the tree and just inch into it.
So y'all were like clearing forest land.
What we were doing was we were clearing for power line right away.
Oh.
So you would walk in and spray paint a tree, and then you'd go 75 feet on each side, spray another tree, and then you just fucking... You know what I mean?
That sounds like fun.
Oh, dude, it was the best time of my life.
12-hour days, like 7 days
probably
a week?
sometimes more than that, yeah. 7 days a week.
Where were you staying? You staying in a hotel?
We had a house at one point, and then as the jobs got further, we'd stay in hotels and shit. Funny story about that. Pittsburgh, Kansas. I'll never forget this. We got to a point where they were so far ahead of us cutting that we were grinding stumps. So me and this other guy, that's all we did. We'd get up in the morning, me and him, we'd go grind stumps all morning in a Bobcat.
That's awesome.
Yeah, you just sat there and put them, you know. So did that, and then he was like, hey, I need y'all to go back, load up tomorrow morning and go back to Oklahoma and start coming back this way. And I was like, all right, cool. So we got up, got my dog in the truck, we take off. Get a call later that day. Donnie's like, hey, did y'all make it? I said, yeah, everything good? He said, nope, tornado just hit right here. I was like, really? He's like, yeah. So we were staying in this hotel, and I had a single bed here. It was like a king-size room, and it had a living room attachment and then another room. So it was like me and 2 other guys, we all hung out. And then everybody went to bed. Tornado went right through my room.
Whoa.
They sent me the picture, dude. It was like right through it. There's a lot of death in that job that I avoided, like a lot.
Where in Oklahoma was this?
That was in Pittsburgh, Kansas.
That was in Pittsburgh, Kansas.
That's like Tornado Alley right there. Yeah.
It went right through the room I was in. Insane, dude. I'd have been there.
You worked in Oklahoma, though?
Yep. Well, the line went from, I think it was Joplin, Missouri, to a place called Pryor, Oklahoma. And it cut through Kansas. It was long, dude. It was a lot. It was fun. I talk about it all the time. I love that job. It's fucking crazy people.
I lived
Shout out to the Crust Brothers.
I lived in Altus, Oklahoma for 5 years.
Okay.
You know where that's at?
Nope.
1,500
Somewhere in Oklahoma.
1,500 people. It was the lower left-hand corner.
Okay, so
Right
we were,
above Wichita Falls.
we were in the top right by Tulsa. We were about 45 minutes out from Tulsa.
Yeah, well, that's where Hanson's from. So I know Tulsa.
We did, yeah. They talk about him a lot up there.
It's interesting.
But yeah, no, Donnie, I'd shout out to the Moran family for sure because they took care of me for a lot of years, dude. Like they were super good people to me.
He's legit.
Oh, a lot to him, yeah. And then Jared and everybody. I mean, everybody in that band took me in really well. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like it started out just like, hey, you want to hang out with us? Sure. And then it was like, hey, I remember Donnie was like, you know, you can play these songs if you want. Like, okay.
Just a couple. That's how that bar chords. Okay.
Yeah. And that's what we did, you know. And then that really took. I learned a lot about music being in that band.
Really?
Yeah. When Seneca Music was open. Yeah. And they had the studio and everything. We did the full recording thing.
Shout out to Chris and Yancey.
Chris and Yancey for life, dude. I love you guys.
Yeah.
They had us on conference calls with radio stuff to how do you get like all the shit, how you get on the radios and Billboard charts. And like I was like, this is intense. And once again, I was laid off, so that's what I was doing. You know what I mean? I'd stay up there with Chris. Me and Chris Noble put in hours, dude. Just researching stuff, sending stuff out, making stuff. Yeah. Like, you know. So there's just. I hate that you lose touch with people over the years.
Right.
And those were some of the most solid people ever. Shout out Jane Doe's Dead.
Yeah.
One of the greatest bands ever hit this coast as well.
Yeah, Chris is a solid dude.
Absolutely.
He was one of those guys that gave a lot of
He would help you.
He gave a lot of guidance to younger guys.
Yep. So
he gave guidance to us. I mean, I was with Catharsis at the time, and he was like, what the fuck are you doing? I don't remember the exact conversation, but that's
probably
how it is.
Something like that.
Yeah, I don't remember it, but
it sounds about right.
Yeah. In hindsight, I was like, yeah, this dude was exactly
and he was very. His outside perspective was always dead on, and you might not have listened to it at the time, but like you just said, you look back and like, fuck, man, that dude was right.
Yeah,
you know, they were so. Falls from Grace, we split that first time when you had Duff and everybody, and we were just done. And then I got with Fresh, Kevin Gordon. You remember him?
Oh yeah,
Kevin Gordon.
Beats the shit out of them.
Fresh. I probably already said Fresh. Kylie Dearman.
Oh yeah.
I just always wanted to do something with Kylie.
Yeah.
It was like a goal of mine. So that's where Cephalosha came in. And we wrote that whole song, recorded it at Seneca, and shot a video all within like 2 weeks just to do something for fun. And I had a blast doing that. But Chris was like, well, I just got all this video shit. Let's just try it out. Fuck it. You know, I was like, okay.
Yeah, that was a cool video.
Always wanted to do it, you know?
Right next to the jam room there in D'Iberville.
I remember Fresh throwing up because it was so hot in there. Shout out Justin Fresh.
Shout out to Donna Gordon. Appreciate the comments.
Yeah, Donna has seen me at my absolute worst.
What's your absolute worst, Corey?
Probably West Wego, Louisiana at the Bad Monkey.
Really? What happened at the Bad Monkey?
I don't know. There. I heard a bunch of stories though.
Yeah, did you get drunk and grab somebody? Did you grope somebody?
So Yancey's, I think it was Yancey's birthday or Chris's birthday. We did a show there.
Oh, this is gonna be a good story. Right?
Jesus Christ! I remember the sound guy yelling no at one point, and we looked back, and Jared was just throwing up all over his like his snake plugins and shit. We drank all the Jägermeister out of that bar that night. Yancey brought his own bottle in, and they were charging us to drink out of it. Like it was just, dude, the Bad Monkey was fucking terrible place.
Yeah, it sounds sketchy.
Yeah, so they brought a birthday cake out. The birthday cake went all over the bar. We're like, dude, they're gonna kick us out of this motherfucker.
Yeah.
So we got done. They're like, when you guys want to book again? Like, I'm sorry, what? You guys want us to come back? You know what I mean? Wow. So they were good to us, but that's probably the worst I've ever been at a show. Absolutely. In that band.
We played there. Yeah. And it was like, it wasn't promoted well.
Yeah.
And like, it was just us and the bands. We made like $2.25.
Yeah.
Like $2.25.
Oh.
That was our payment.
I remember sitting with J-Bob at the bar there the second time we played, and they had a little small cooler behind the bar, maybe the size of the bottom part of that refrigerator. And like I was sitting there, I was like, is that Bud Ice? And J-Bob said, I think so. And I said, excuse me. She said, yeah. I said, is that Bud Ice? She said, yeah. I said, well, I'll take one. She said, you're in the band, right? I said, yeah. She said, it'll be 75 cents.
Like, 75, yeah. Fucked up,
so I looked at J-Bob. He's like, what about that highlight? She's like, 75. I was like, I got it, buddy. I pulled a hot 20 out and was like, let's get drunk.
Yep.
Like,
and they're probably still making money off that.
Dude, Bud Ice.
Yeah.
I got annihilated that night.
Bud Ice.
Shout out to
5.5%, dude. Let's get it.
That shit, when you drink Bud Ice, it goes straight to your soul.
Absolutely. You gain a level or two per six pack. Yeah.
You level up quickly on
shit, dude. Fucking Bud Ice, man.
Whew.
We used to
Shout out J Bob for drinking those.
Shout out to J Bob. We used to drink Keystone.
Come on, bro.
We went on
30
tour.
Stones.
We used to get them dirty 30s, bro.
Me and a certain friend that we're not talking about tonight. We were on the Red Dog kick for a long time.
Red Dog, what is that?
I don't even think they even make it anymore.
Man, you don't remember the Red Dog? You flipped it over like Batman eating pussy? The dog picture? You've never seen this? Am I being too vulgar for the show? Sorry.
Nope.
Sorry, Mom and Dad. I said pussy on a podcast.
You said it twice.
Yeah. Let's see. Mad Dog. Is it Red Dog?
Red Dog.
Dude, you don't remember Red Dog?
No. Show me.
It was a 6-pack Tall Boys usually. Yeah.
Yeah, dude.
Oh, there it is.
Yeah, boy. I'm getting a tattoo tomorrow.
Put it on the camera.
Let's see if I gotta get I need a HD. This is a high quality show. I'm trying to get a good picture over there.
What the fuck?
Look at that, 22 ounces, the smallest it comes in, so you know it's good shit.
Yeah,
Is that showing up?
That was Hangover Central right there.
Oh wow.
Yeah. Let's see if you flip it over.
Oh,
Batman
boy.
eating a vagina, buddy.
That is awful. I'm never gonna forget that for the rest of my life.
See, you learn shit when you're around me. It's not useful, but you learn stuff.
But it's
Damn. Donna Gordon was with you on that night. She said they got trashed that night too.
Yeah, I remember Chris turned into a pirate that night. He just sounded like a fucking pirate all night, dude. And I was like, I don't know who this guy is, you know?
We need to reinvent those times.
Let's just build a shack in the middle of the woods and put a generator to it. Just have everybody come party.
I want to go fight somebody right now.
Let's go right now. Downtown Ocean Springs. Let's go.
I'm getting too old to do all that.
Hey, if you're in downtown Ocean Springs and watching this show and want to fight, leave a comment. Me and Phil will come down and we will fight you.
Dude, I'll fight you. Win or lose.
Win or lose. A fight is a fight.
Yeah, I didn't say I'd win. I just said I'd fight, you know?
How old are you now, Andrew? I forget.
I am 35. I'll be 36 in about 2 months.
Oh shit!
So I'm getting up there.
How do you feel about that?
He's close to getting that senior citizen breakfast.
Yeah,
discount.
I mean, I'm not mad about that.
So you go to church, Andrew?
Does it look like I do? I play in a heavy metal band. What you mean? No, I
fucking Norma Jean, bro.
Yeah. Fuck. I mean, 35. My back's probably 75. Knees are about 82.
Are you in pretty good shape though?
No.
No
My
problems?
cardio is terrible. Yeah, and I play drums. I don't know how that works.
If you were to jog, how long could you jog? Like how many? How
10,
time?
15 feet. Tops. Yeah. I really have terrible cardio.
I really thought he was going to say minutes.
I threw for a loop on. Yeah,
that got me.
10, 15.
Follow-up question: When's the last time you've been in a fist fight?
Ooh.
I don't know.
Like a legit, like somebody attacked you and you're ready.
I've never really been
fight.
in like a one-on-one. I got sucker punched a couple years ago in downtown OS.
No shit.
My buddy Adam was there.
Wow, he seems to follow us.
What the fuck?
Yeah, so
Do you know who it is? We'll fucking ride out right now.
Find him on Facebook.
This shit.
I think I know the dude's name, but anyway. So yeah, we were coming out from a place down there, and
down yonder.
there was a whole lot of stuff going on that night, just in the parking lot and stuff, and Catherine was standing there. And next thing I know, I wake up and I'm like, "Where the fuck are my glasses?"
Okay,
So I get my glasses. I don't remember much after that.
You don't even remember it?
Yeah, I don't. I remember like so. What happened is somebody just come up and just straight. One of the dudes that was in a fight, he come up, sucker punched.
He's
me.
one. He's one.
guy looks like a
Somebody.
bitch.
He wanted to fight you, just fight anybody.
So it was just a crazy
Random.
situation.
Yeah.
So I got punched like right there. Next thing I know, I'm in the hospital just getting checked up. My buddy Adam, he saw it. He goes, "Oh shit!" Runs over, gets the dude in chokehold, brings him on the ground.
Fuck yeah.
Dude,
Shout out to Adam.
Adam's the guy, dude. If there's a
Yeah,
fight,
shout out to Adam.
Yeah,
dude.
Go hang out
Adam
with Adam.
Underwood.
I think he probably still has a body.
Get Adam here right now.
I can. He will. Like,
Where you at,
We're about
Adam?
to fight. He's like, I'm on the way. Like, he's just always around it, you know.
Just type in my last name to Google
Magnets.
Maps.
So my fucking no bullshitting girlfriend come over and just fucking
Oh yeah,
hammer
fucking
fist
Catherine's
the.
just fucking.
She's like, I just kept doing it,
Well,
and I looked down.
Wait.
and the guy's eye was just-
Catherine came over.
Catherine come over and beat the shit. out of
Adam's
this
holding
dude.
the guy down, and she just starts fucking
That makes me
pummeling
so
him.
happy.
We talked to Adam.
Oh,
Adam's
and
like,
I took
I was
that totally
trying to
wrong. When
dodge.
you were doing this, I didn't. Okay.
Yeah,
We were
that's how-
fighting. I got it
that's
now.
how girls
I was
hit.
like, how the fuck is that
Grab the hair.
fighting?
It was a hammer fist, yeah, on his.
I got you
eye.
now. Yeah.
Yeah.
So Adam had him down. She's fucking beating shit out. Adam's
Hell
like,
yeah.
we talked to Adam later. He's like, kind of nervous, man. I didn't want to get punched by Catherine.
Yeah.
So next thing I know, I do remember I have my knife that I have on me now. I had it out, and the dude got in the truck. I was like, "Better fucking get in that goddamn truck." That's the only time I don't like fight, man. That ain't me. If I got to, if I got to, I will. But I don't start no shit, man. I'm just there to drink a couple beers and hang out.
The moral of this story is you don't want to run into Catherine in a dark alley.
Don't.
If Adam's holding them,
Catherine and Adam's not a good combination.
That's the
tag team champions.
That's the Legion of Doom, man.
I'd fucking fight Catherine.
Bro, get her over here.
Hold on, you want me to call her real quick? I'll call her live.
Knock on the door.
She's listening around now. She's probably like,
"We talking that shit? Talking that shit."
She's pulling up right now. Yeah.
Got a blade in her cheek.
Always, dude. That's the way to do it.
She starts swinging as soon as she comes in the door. What the fuck?
Yeah, she seems like she could be intense.
She don't fuck around.
That's awesome.
Catherine's awesome.
Oh, good.
There's nothing wrong with that.
Good. Corey,
I like going to Dark Horizon shows just to talk to Catherine.
She's listening, so
she's
hey, Catherine.
You go to Dark Horizon show and you're up on stage playing, and she's working the crowd. She's like, "That's my man.
Hype my boy up. Hype my boy up."
That's it.
She's very demanding.
Yeah.
Corey, when's the last time you've been in a fist fight?
I don't know.
Yesterday?
High school?
Maybe.
Yesterday?
Can I tell
Treasure Bay?
Can I tell you something? I think the way he's looking and the way he's talking, like he has a no shit story in his head right now where he knocked the shit out of somebody.
Possibly an open case that I can't discuss.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like,
I told you.
Kevin Gordon chimed in to let me know that I look gay on camera, which I'm going to go with. He means happy because this is 2020 and that's offensive.
Whoever's lighting up the hearts, thank you. Holy shit. We got like 82 hearts. Probably from Big Money Chris Holmquist over there.
That's it.
Thanks for tuning in, bud.
Yeah.
He's a legit dude.
I think that's the most impressive thing to me about the music scene where it was when we were all doing it was everybody was so cool to each other.
Yeah.
And I think that's the biggest thing that maybe killed it was for a while nobody was.
Yeah.
I'm not booking those guys. Dude, fucking book them, dude. What, are they going to outplay you? Just go book them.
Cycle, yeah.
Yeah, it was rough. But back then, dude, it was, I mean, we met all kind of crazy bands. Just fucking book it.
Oh, yeah.
You know?
You were the crazy man.
Yeah, you were it.
That's what I wanted to say earlier was
Talk
that we had Ray on here.
Yeah.
You know, he was our first guest, and I was hoping he would like talk about just like the crazy.
What do you want to know?
Yeah, I just mean like you guys.
Very first show, we did 4 songs. We played fucking 7 minutes. Okay. All right. It was a Halloween show at Kirk's. I dressed like Elvis. All right, I had the white sequin jumpsuit on.
Right.
And, at practice, we threw down at practice like it was a show in that band, And all I can remember thinking was, like, I have to give my all in this or they're going to kick me out. Like, I enjoyed being in that band. Like, it was like I was very proud to be in Fat Beat. Like, very proud to be in Fat Beat. And I said, dude, I got to go out here and just do the dumbest shit every time or they're going to get rid of me. You know what I mean? Like, I tried to constantly outdo whatever we did at the last show. So the first show set the bar very high because Ray liked to play pointy guitars. And I remember it started, I turned around, and I can tell you right now, we opened the show with analog shoes on a digital dance floor. And I turned around and Ray caught me right in the face with his guitar. 2 seconds into this song, boom, fucking nose starts gushing. I'm just like, well, shit, man. Like, this is going to be a regular thing, I think, And over the years, Ray has abused me with his guitar many a times.
You get hit in the head at Catastrophe? Yeah, busted open?
Yeah, I busted my own eye open in Catastrophe.
The venue.
Yeah, back in the day.
And
Gautier, Mississippi. We're going back in time here.
Was it in Gaucher?
Yeah, Gaucher is back in time. What you mean?
Yeah.
It's right.
I thought it was like.
Remember the big car wash that they never finished and just never did anything with?
I thought it was like right there on the Ocean Springs.
It's in a little bit.
It's super close to.
I remember they had the big wall with the mirror.
Yep.
Yeah. It's by Dodges, basically over there.
Yeah, we used to go there and let's go to Dodges.
Shout out to Dodges. Yeah.
It's down. Dodges is down into the north a little bit. But it's right in that little shitty shop. There's a bunch of boats outside of that place.
One of my old bands I remember was supposed to play there for like something and. I think it was like a benefit and it fell through. And
Speaking of Purity Undone, we actually played with Purity Undone
at that show.
At that show. It was at. That's like one of the only times I think we ever played with them was at Catastrophes. It was like a lot of bands. I think that
Catastrophe.
Yeah.
Yep. Gaucher. It was all the people that didn't want to work at Thunders anymore opened the bar. Remember?
I remember
that was basically
trying to replace it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember
Close
the
by
name.
Dodge.
It's a little bitty old shotgun building and that little. It looks like a fucking old Western fucking.
I was
shopping
thinking.
thing,
I was
you know?
thinking graffitis when you say
No,
catastrophe.
yeah, okay, yeah, I'm getting mixed up too. I'm thinking of a different place. The catastrophe was an actual bar.
Mhm.
Yeah. Okay, so we
I
did
think
play.
where they failed was at the time the music scene was so young nobody could drink. And they were letting everybody in to go to shows, but nobody could buy beer. You know what I mean?
I played. My old band played there with a cello player.
Nice.
And I think a ska band. I think it was Stereotype.
Stereotype.
And
Always fun.
but I was thinking of the other place. There was
dudes.
another place that was in Ocean Springs, and not too far from one of those harbors. And
you're
they
talking
had,
about it was right at the front of Gulf Park Estates.
They had the wall with the mirrors. Catastrophe didn't have a fucking have a wall with mirrors. It was the other place that had the wall with the
The
mirrors.
Teen Club.
The what?
The Teen Club.
It was right at the beginning of Gulf Park Estates.
No,
If anybody knows, chime in, please.
Yeah,
it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
I know what you're talking about.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't. But you played a Catastrophe. That place
We played
was
a Catastrophe a
that
lot.
that was a pretty cool place.
They were good people.
The stage was pretty high.
Yeah.
Little
I
corner
had
stage,
just
that's
bought
how-
a Jackson Dinky with a reverse headstock. I'm so excited about this guitar, dude. It was like, this thing's fucking red, dude. It's gonna fucking get up there and rip. And I'm headbanging, and the reverse headstock caught my eye, busted my eye wide.
Wait.
open,
How does
man.
that happen? Were you playing like this?
Just headbanging, dude. Just fucking thrashing it
You
out.
caught the headstock.
just
Headstock, or you catch a string?
I bled the whole
And so
time.
you're just bleeding all the time. And you kept
That-
playing because
that's
you're
metal.
an OG.
You got to finish the show.
That's metal,
We're
baby.
getting paid $100 to do this. You kidding me?
100 times 4. divided by 4.
Yeah.
I've had quite the array of on-stage injuries, but most of them were fat beat. Like I've been hit by so many instruments. and
Fat beat was
dude.
brutal.
Just the roughest. Like when I get up every day, I was like, oh man, like
Hey,
my
was
back
it-
hurts.
I imagine between Christian and I don't remember Christian throwing his
my
guitar,
God,
but
yes, he
Ray
did.
Ray threw his guitar over.
He did the
his
guitar
shoulder.
spin. He did it in New Orleans one time and hit
So-
me in the back.
And you're like between two windmills, basically.
I got hit in the back with his headstock, and I had 6 marks from all the tuning knobs. Dude, it stayed forever.
But I'm going to tell you, I love that about watching Ray Ray play.
Yeah.
because he had the dreads.
Yeah.
and so he's whipping fucking dreads around. He's fucking throwing, slinging guitars
Yep.
over his fucking shoulder. Catch.
It
I'm
was-
like,
It was very. It was a challenge to play in that band live because you don't
like,
want to just stand
Ray
there
Ray,
and
why don't you
yell.
do that now?
Yeah.
I pulled one of his dreads out at a show. He was headbanging and we got tied up. And I remember turning and I looked down. I was like, "What the fuck?"
Oh, rude.
And I looked back over and he was like,
How rude.
we got done with the show. He goes, "Hey man, I'm already losing him. I don't need you to hurry this up for me." Dude, I pulled a whole dread out of
Oh
his
my
head.
God.
I just remember holding. Like, do you want it back? Like, I don't know.
Oh my god.
Yeah. Cafe TNT was the bar, by the way.
Nice.
That's it.
Shout out to Mike
nice.
Yorks.
Where were we?
Mike Yorks
Yeah.
coming
Look,
through.
that-
He
What
bought
up,
all
Mike?
my old gear. when Falls from Grace split up, I sold him my PV 5134.
Cafe TNT. That's correct. That's the one that I was trying to.
Kevin Gordon said, "What about the night I accidentally punched you in the eye?" I don't remember that. I do remember you handing me a multi-tool and me cutting all the strings off my guitar at Thunders.
Oh, that was the CPR fest, whatever.
Big stage search.
Yeah.
I got kicked out of Thunders that night.
Who gets kicked out of Thunder?
Me.
first
I
of
couldn't. They
all?
wouldn't even
Corey
let me blow
Bryce
my
Roberson
equipment.
does.
All right, so we obviously knew we weren't going to win, right?
So
Like, I mean, let's be honest.
Come on.
We're not about to play the big stage at CPR Fest. Dark Horizon.
That slinging guitars ain't gonna do
Yeah,
it.
like,
Ain't gonna cut it.
You know, so we said, look, let's go into this thing, man. Let's just have fun, but let's play a really good show. Like, let's be tight. We practiced forever for this thing, and
Still sucked.
I said, well, look, man, since we're gonna fucking lose, let's just go bring like some beach balls and an inflatable whale in here.
It's a good idea.
So
Yeah,
it
great
made
idea.
sense to me.
Went over
so
well.
I walk in. I said, Thunder, man, here's the deal, dude. Here's what I got going on. I explained it to him. I said, we're not trying to cause no problems. We just want to make it kind of fun, so we stand out tonight. He was like, that's fine as long as nothing gets destroyed. I'm good. And I'm like, yeah, absolutely. So we blow these things up, and we had our buddies like, hey, look, as soon as we start, man, just run and throw these things in the crowd, dude. Everybody start there, it'd be fun. Well, then ceiling tiles started coming down, and
No telling what was in those.
I
ceiling
remember.
tiles.
You were
She's my
improving.
she's my ex-girlfriend now, but that was the first time I ever invited her out. I invited her out. I said, just come out and hang out. It'll be a good time. I was drinking double makers and Coke all fucking day from load in at like 11. So I remember standing on the side of the stage. I ignored her the whole night. Like I invited this girl out and ignored the shit out of her. Never talked to her. MJ talked to her all night. I just, whatever, have fun. I'm drunk.
Shout out to MJ.
So I remember
Shout out to
sitting
MJ.
against the
What's up,
amp.
Taurus?
I remember sitting against the back monitors and they were playing the final countdown by Europe and Special K was on stage announcing us. And then MJ's like, you ready? I was like, for what? He's like, we're going to play. I was like, when? He's like, right now, your guitar's on. I was like, oh, shit. blackout drunk, dude. I ended up putting my guitar through the ceiling tile and pulling it through another one, bro. They drug me out of that motherfucker. It was rough, dude. I wasn't allowed back for 2 years.
You were doing them a favor.
I remember walking
Clean
through
out the cobwebs.
walking out the front door, like the entrance when you went in. I looked down. I was like, "Hey," he's like, "I got kicked out." I'm like,
they wouldn't let me back in.
"All right, I'll grab
my
your shit
gear.
then."
I got to get my gear. Tank was like, "Nope." Hope you got friends that'll get it.
Yeah, I got you.
It wouldn't let me load my own equipment. I had to stay outside
So
the whole
you
time.
tried to fight everybody at that point, right?
That's probably like 4 in the morning. Yeah, 4 or 5 in the morning.
It's a pretty rough night. I know. I woke up in my parents' front yard. So
How old were you?
22.
Oh, that's about right.
That's about right.
Was that 08-ish? Maybe
Makes sense.
something like that. I don't know.
Pretty rough.
No,
night.
it was 08. Yeah, something like that.
Well, you know that back at Thunders, you could get those Long Island iced tea pitchers.
I didn't.
Yeah.
They do Jack and Coke,
He did Jack and Coke, and he did Long Island iced tea.
That should be
$40 for a
illegal.
pitcher. I mean, it probably was, but
It's
it's
like
Thunder.
$30.
Yeah, it was It was $35 for the pitcher.
That's insanity. That's asking for trouble. A picture of Long Island.
Are you surprised it was Thunder's Tavern?
That was what was it? Adventures had the pictures of Walk Me Downs.
Oh yeah, hell yeah.
That was like
Sounds
six,
like
six different liquors.
It's a Long Island with blue instead of Coke.
Yeah. I remember those.
Boy, I woke up in the last time I had to walk me down. I woke up in the woods with my pants down. And
Yeah, boy.
Oh, this is a whole nother story. Let's continue.
I can't talk about that one.
Got an open case pending.
Litigation going on. Yeah. Yeah, no, that was a bad deal. It was a bad night at the Outback Steakhouse. Yeah. We shut that bar down, bro.
It's Australian for blackout, you know.
These girls, on a serious note, these girls in the parking lot were like, "Oh my god, oh my god!" We're talking to them, and that's how the conversation went. Anyway, I ended up getting in the car with them.
You might as well. It seems safe.
Yeah, and it was like midnight because the bar kicked us out. It was they were
The
shutting
Outback
down.
bar?
Yeah, the Outback. And this
That was fucking rude.
Outback
This was
has a
in
bar?
Atlanta, Georgia.
Oh, okay. Well,
Yeah.
I can't verify this because I've
And we
never
were,
been to that one.
dude, I had like $2,000 in my pocket. Like
Yes.
we were buying drinks for everybody. We
Might as well.
We were sticking $100 bills in the waitress girl. And we're like, don't mess with them. You stay right here. You
Yeah.
know, like
Hell yeah.
baller shit, right? And
High level shit.
We're talking to these girls, these fours in the parking lot. Things got
Fours.
weird. We ended up getting in a Toyota Corolla. I don't know what happened.
They're very reliable cars.
How to be a rental, right?
Yeah. It was an older model, but we woke up.
Square body, baby.
I woke up 5 miles away, and this is a true story. I woke up 5 miles away, 6 a.m., 5 miles away, in the woods, middle of the woods, like probably
In Atlanta, Georgia.
60 feet from the interstate. Yeah, in Atlanta. And I was laying there. I'm contemplating whether I should tell the rest
Just
of the
fucking
story.
hanging out.
I was
Full dick out.
I was laying there with I had jeans on and some really nice shoes because I was getting paid hard at the time.
So like, I just fucking
My shoes were gone. My pants were down.
Your shoes were down?
Do you know what happened or no?
No, my pants were gone. I had no pants.
Fucking
My
the
boxers.
Levi's were gone.
So
bro.
somebody stole your Levi's.
No, so
That's what you're saying, okay.
so I have no pants. No
I feel like
shoes.
we're doing the podcast now.
I'm totally lost at this point.
There were Levi's. There were Arizona's.
Some fucking bugle boys.
You got the Wranglers. Real comfortable jeans.
They were whitewashed.
I'm not going to Atlanta with you.
Get them all the way down because they were tight rolled.
With the knees cut out.
Were they ripped?
He saw them ripped.
Look, it feels like fuck this story.
So anyway, Atlanta, Georgia.
So anyway,
Your pants are
it's
down.
the middle of summer. It's hot as shit.
The 501s are missing.
I'm laying in the 501.
He's got his Adidas shell tops on. Limp Bizkit had just released Significant Other.
So that was 99 we're talking about.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
So, because what I remember is me walking down the interstate, the shoulder of the interstate, in my boxers and a polo shirt, barefoot with socks on.
So you had your going out clothes on the night.
And I was hungover. Like I'm hungover thinking about it.
I should recall what happened.
And I'm walking, and everybody's honking at me. Like, cops are passing me, like, just shaking their head.
Goddamn Atlanta.
They don't even want to mess with
Normal
me.
Atlanta stuff.
Fucking
Right.
transients.
And I get back to this was back in the day, and I get to a payphone, and I call one of my guys
This
I'm
was a
working
long
with.
time ago. All right.
And I'm like, hey man, I'm at this little truck stop, and I'm in my boxers, and everybody's giving me an eye.
Help me.
Everybody's looking at me. Cops are like avoiding me, like they don't want to deal with me. They think I'm weird.
Understood.
He's clearly not a local.
Shake you down for your money.
Yeah, they went and picked me up.
Right on, took you 501s.
My car was still at the Outback Steakhouse, which was weird, with my wallet inside, like because I only took one, and like nobody stole nothing from me. I don't know what happened.
It's a clean community, Atlanta. Fulton County. Shout out Atlanta.
Shout out to that Outback. And all, yeah.
Yeah, Outback in Atlanta. If you're still open, fucking Jesus.
What kind of specials you got today?
Dude, I spent literally $1,400 at that bar.
Yes.
Like,
You paid their light bill for the month.
Dude, it was bad. It was
What?
a bad night. Yeah.
1,400.
Absolutely.
Out of the 2 G's, yeah.
It's like the VIP room.
Hey, we had enough to buy a new pair of jeans.
Yeah. We were throwing $100 bills like at the waitresses.
Did y'all think it was a strip club? It was just an Outback.
Yeah, it's all we had. It's all we had to get.
Well, this is before Applebee's really established themselves in the dining community.
No, I was working. I was the number one.
Chili's was the number one.
Shout out to Chili's.
Shout out Applebee's. $2
Dude, I'd have spent $750 if I'd have went to Chili's because they got the 2-for-1.
Yeah, you got a point.
Wow, could have been a whole different scenario.
And look, when you get the shots at Outback, go to Outback and get a shot of whiskey. They give you those cocktail glasses.
Oh, yeah, it's a big fuck clobbering one, yeah.
They put it to the rim. So we're just doing boom.
Well, it's
boom,
Australian.
nonstop. And I'm 21 years old. I don't know that this is going to turn into bad. I don't know.
This shit's time release.
I don't know. Yeah. I'm like, well, let me just.
It releases at one time.
And the guy next to me is like, bro, you're good. Just eat a biscuit and you're fine. Like, it'll soak it up. And I'm thinking, like, oh, if I just eat this biscuit, it'll soak up the alcohol. It's not how it
One
works.
biscuit per shot, and you're
It's not how it works.
fucking yeasty boy.
You wake up in the woods with no pants on.
Missing your 501s.
So I was at the pants store the next day trying to buy new pants.
Just walking in in your underwear, like, y'all got
With the
some
$400 you got left, help me.
Speaking of wild story, I got to tell a little quick story.
Which one's this?
About myself. This is about me sleeping in the hallway in New
All
Orleans.
right, cool. I'm gonna go rock a piss.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Oh, never mind. Just started.
Yep. Never mind. Just go, man. Just go. It's a little warm. So my buddy Chris, bachelor parties, 2012 or so. We go to New Orleans, have a good time, stay out late, get back. I got 2 rooms, his brother-in-law and him, and we're in the other room next to us. I come back, and there's like nowhere to sleep in the other room. I'm like, all right. I don't know the whole process. I don't remember. All I know is I was like, I'm gonna go next door, knock on the door. Next thing I know, I wake up. I don't have my glasses. Another story with I don't have my glasses. I wake up and I'm like, I'm in the hallway. I slept in between the doors. All I had was a pillow. So I'm sure there was somebody probably going to an important meeting, that morning, walking by like, look at this fucking idiot. So they probably got a picture. I'm sure there's a picture somewhere, somebody, whatever. But yeah, I just slept in between. And then like I called my buddy that was in the other room, and I was like, hey, just woke up in the hallway. Let me in. So I get in and lay down, and they go, were you sleeping in the hallway? I was like, yeah. Like, all right, that was it. We got just a good old New Orleans story.
Slept in the hallway?
Slept in the hallway.
With nothing but no cover?
Just my clothes I was wearing. Had the pillow. I couldn't find my glasses. I guess I put them up. I don't know.
How bad your eyesight?
Fucked. I put them things on before, dude. It's rowdy.
Wow, who is that? Look at him without his glasses. I've never seen him without his glasses.
Don't let me take my hat off. So
Weird.
Right now, I know that's a Stella. I can't read this. I can't read the label.
So
I'm near.
It's bad, yeah.
I'm nearsighted. Yeah.
okay, I'm nearsighted too. I have contacts. You can't wear contacts?
I've never tried them.
What? You should them.
I've been wearing glasses like third
Dude,
grade.
I wear my contacts like 3 months at a time.
Jesus Christ.
It's not doctor recommended.
Yeah. I just like the glass. I don't know. I'm just used to the glass. I throw them on in the morning. Roll out for the day. I'm good. Yeah. I just.
Really?
Yeah.
Because I have glasses, and when I put them on, I feel like everything's like closer than it's supposed to be.
Yeah.
And I'm bumping into shit, and it's weird.
Yeah.
You should try contacts. Just try them.
I don't know. I've thought about the LASIK surgery before.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Bro, don't give in to the man. Bro, just wear the glasses.
I like the glasses. I get insurance for it. Fuck it.
You should do the LASIK, though. Everybody that I know that's done LASIK surgery
loves it.
Yeah.
It's like, dude, I see like 3D, like it's fucking HD. I'm thinking about getting it because
This shit's in high def now.
Because dude, I spend like $400 a year.
resolution.
I spend $400 a year after insurance on contacts. Like I spend a shit ton of money, dude. $400 a year. It's not crazy, but still, it's the burden. Like if I'm out in public, like at a show, or something,
$400 is all you had left after Outback.
If the air's blowing really hard, my contacts will dry out, and if I don't have another pair or something to put them in,
you're done.
I'm screwed, dude.
Yeah.
Because I can't see, I can't drive, I can't do anything.
That's why I like the glasses. I ain't got to worry about them. They fog up on occasion. That's okay. Fuck it.
You got a point.
Fun. Fuck.
They're always there.
Yeah, I'll go fuck
Except when you get
myself.
knocked out. Or,
How about that?
Excuse me.
They're always there except when you get, sucker punched or got to sleep in the hallway.
Dude, if I
got sucker slapped at the filling station.
You got slapped?
I got like a fucking...
Dude, let's get in the car. Let's go find that fucking guy right now.
It's funny because his girlfriend knows that guy because apparently she was there that day.
Let's go
She was
find that
there.
dude.
She was there before I even knew her.
Yeah.
And then, like, we brought that story up, and then she was like, "Oh, really? I was there."
Same guy that sucker punched Puzz?
I hope, dude. That'd be the fucking.
Oh,
greatest
dude,
story ever,
we definitely ride out, dude.
Yeah,
We would definitely ride out.
All right, this podcast's over.
No, so him and our friend that we refused to name tonight on this podcast for legal reasons was
Elected official.
we were at the filling station. And
Shout out to the filling station. Great
Shout out to
food,
the filling
actually.
station.
I don't think I'm
It's a good
allowed
bar.
there, but we'll see.
Really?
Yeah,
It's not Thunders.
You got blacklisted there too?
for a while because of this.
Oh, boy.
So I was on the phone, and the whole point was to take me out, and get me drunk. So easy,
who took
pretty
you
easy to
out?
do. Him and our unnamed friend.
Okay.
And so I'm sitting at the bar, and I walk off to get on the phone. And I guess on my way back is what I've been told later. I guess I pushed a chair out of my way, which knowing me, I gave it this big fuck clobber and shit.
Aggressively?
Yeah, you know, because it's me and I'm drinking. And I guess it hit some older gentleman that was there. Why there's old people at bars, I don't know. I figured they'd be
What
in
time of
bed.
night was it?
It was pretty late. It was probably like what?
Right after 10.
Yeah.
Easy.
Yeah, they're on drugs.
Like, I mean, he's getting a breakfast buffet half off in 4 hours. He should be in bed. So anyway, apparently it hit this guy, and I didn't know it. You know, I was just trying to get it out of my way. So I go back to the bar, and I'm standing there talking, and all of a sudden I feel this hand just fucking bow. And I remember thinking to myself, damn, dude, I just got fucking slapped. Like, this is going to be a girl behind me, you know, because what man slaps somebody?
Right.
I turn around, and here's this fucking total bro with all his buddies like, hey, fuck
chat.
you. I'm like, fuck you, dude. You slapped me. Like, what are you talking about?
shit.
Yeah, I had no clue what was going on. And all I remember was him yelling and then the crowd getting bigger behind him. I'm thinking no. I was like, stop. You slapped me like a woman. Like,
Wait,
you slapped me.
the back of your
Dude,
head?
no, he slapped my face. He reached all the way around him.
Oh, from your back?
Yeah, behind me. Bow.
Oh, that's
And
rude.
I was just like, I don't care what you're talking about. You slapped me.
yeah, you can't-
Who slapped somebody?
Yeah,
I
right.
just remember being pissed off about it. And then, at one point, I started realizing, okay, there's a bunch of them. You know what I mean? It's just me and Puzz because our unnamed friend is not paying attention. He's out of it. He's just over there oh, I'm alive. And, I just remember thinking, damn, dude, me and Puzz are about to get shit kicked out of us, right? So, I mean, somebody might as well die if that's gonna happen, right? Mm-hmm. So we're standing there and I'm thinking. I look over and I see Puzz has got this fucking beer bottle, and so the guy yells at Puzz, "Hey, put that beer bottle up!" And Puzz is like, "Uh-uh." So I'm like, "All right, cool, we're in trouble."
Yeah.
So flap. I was like, "Well, cool. Who's dying first?" I just knife full out. Undercover cops were there. I guess
pulled the
watching.
knife?
Yeah, absolutely. I was like, if I'm going down, somebody's getting fucking
Absolutely.
stabbed. Yeah, 100%.
I agree.
I was like, there's way more of y'all than us, so which one of y'all don't y'all like? Because that's who's dying, you know? And then, the cops came in, fucking the guy, the little bouncer dude.
How long ago was this?
How's
A week ago?
22, 23?
09-ish.
Yeah.
That area. It was before me and Catherine.
So then I go
Yeah.
to the juke joint when it was Mizo's, And the same guy that was there that night running security was running. He's like, hold on a second.
We got a goddamn criminal coming in.
Check this guy.
Let me pat you down, bud.
But actually, there was like 7 or 8 of them. And it was just me and Puzz. I'm like, fuck it, dude. I'm like, I'll go to jail.
Shit.
I really didn't care about my life at that point. I still kind of don't. But at that point, I really didn't. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Mitchell.
That's amazing, dude.
Yeah.
Mitchell's getting a kick out of this.
It's true. Like I'm not a very high value person.
First of all,
let's go.
Are.
Whatever you got to tell me.
How many times have you been close to death? Like seriously?
Just cutting trees up there with Donnie probably once, twice a week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I've been close to death like twice.
I flipped a bobcat down a 150-foot ravine.
Didn't you have like a tree coming in?
Oh yeah, bro. So look, check this cool ass story. I thought I was done for this one.
Here we go.
I sent this to my mom. She's like, not funny, but my mom doesn't think I'm funny at all, dude. I love my mom, I really do. But she doesn't think I'm funny. I think I'm funny, but she doesn't. Hilarious. So we had the bobcats, and what they would do is we would cut the trees and pile them, and then you'd roll them across the other way and you'd burn them. So basically, you lit a big pile, and then you'd roll the other pile across to burn it. It was just effective, you know. So they'd have trouble moving some of them, so I would pull in the middle and hold it while they reposition the claws, and we could keep moving. Well, I'm sitting in this damn thing, and I'm like, this doesn't feel right. And then I hear creaking, and I was like, something's wrong. And I just remember seeing this fucking big-ass fuck-clobbering log come straight at the window. And there's only so much room in a skid steer, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I'm like, oh, and I just backed up as far as I could, and I could hear the glass break, and then everything just stopped for a minute. And like I remember sitting there like this, and I put my hand up, and it was right there. So there was that one.
So you like really like
it was right there. Yeah,
in fear.
No, I'm not in fear. It was just like cool. My parents are about to get a check, you know. Because before I left, my dad made me sign this accidental death and dismemberment clause, to where they got a check. So it probably would have been more useful.
Man, yeah.
Well, he's like, I know you're dumb. Sign this. Like, yeah.
15 grand is 15 grand.
Yeah,
right?
It was a lot more than that. It was a very good check. It'd have been a useful amount for him. I can promise you that.
Oh shit, dude.
Yeah, I'm not smart. You know.
Well, when you come to situations where you almost die, like come really close.
Yeah.
Like
oh yeah, that was definitely one.
If any one little thing would have been different, you'd have been dead.
Yeah.
Like it changes things.
Yeah. Kinda. I mean, my dad's bank account would have changed.
Jesus.
Do you as a
adult?
And no,
we can get personal. Let's do this.
Oh, you really?
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay, as a 34-year-old, do you think you take more risks now?
No.
Than you did when you were 20?
No, I was way. I could move a lot more back then.
Do you think you go for things more?
I mean, I have a pretty fucking attitude. If that's what you're asking me. Like I'm just like whatever.
Fuck it, send it.
Worst that's gonna happen. Yeah.
Like if you kind of want something, whether it's a girl or whether it's whatever.
Oh no, you just gotta go for it.
Yeah.
I mean, what's the worst case? They said no, and then their life sucks. I mean,
that's the fucking. Yeah. I'm gonna write a self-help book based on that, dude.
I can't help anybody. I promise you that.
Do not take advice.
Yeah.
Wow.
I mean, let's go. Shoot, man. Okay. I got answers. Let's do this.
Check your notes. What you got in your notes? What you want to ask?
No, because we were talking before the podcast started about
how much I don't like living.
This is a very positive.
Got brought up twice, but that's fine. We don't have to bring it back up.
Fuck you, Dad.
No, dude, my parents are great. Like it's nothing against them. I just, you know, the world sucks these days. Like, why be here? But
shout out
it's kind of fun. Yeah, my parents are great. Most supportive parents I could have asked for, honestly.
But I feel like that you see the world kind of like I do. Like you're here for a certain time. You're gonna leave.
Yeah. Oh yeah, you're dying.
And when you leave, I mean. Maybe.
Oh, sorry, you asking me if I believe in afterlife?
No, that's not what I'm asking.
Okay, I thought we were gonna get really deep into this.
We don't get that deep.
People are about to start texting me.
We get deep, but, no, you see yourself here for a certain amount of time.
Yeah, you only get a little.
But look, let's be honest. If you died today, right? People are gonna cry for a couple of days. They're gonna be sad for maybe a week.
I would hope not, but
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But the world's gonna keep on spinning.
Yeah, absolutely. I don't believe in mourning death.
Yeah.
Yeah. You just fuck it. It was their time. Move on. They don't want you to be sad.
Celebrate their life.
Yeah. I mean, I just want people to remember all the dumb shit I did with them, or have a cool story. You know.
Good vibes.
Yeah. Like I remember watching him on Phil's podcast, and he was talking about how much he hated himself. Like like that's the thing. You know. I try to inject humor into anything. You know what I mean? Like and sometimes it's a lot. It's very dark, and I probably shouldn't say things that I say. But if you can find the humor, there's always something funny, man.
Absolutely.
I mean, fuck it. What be stressed about?
Life isn't that serious.
It's not. You're gonna die.
Like the time Catherine almost got you punched at Yellowtails.
Oh, dude, you know about this, or did somebody bring it up?
Yeah.
Catherine brought it up.
Appreciate it, Catherine. So we were. I'll tell you all this story. I don't remember what transpired, but I showed up to drink a rum because that's what I enjoy to drink when I go out is a rum. So I'm having a rum, and all of a sudden I hear women cackling in the background, arguing. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? So I turn around. Well, well, don't get me started on that either. You'll probably have a lot of bad reviews on this one. But anyway, I hear these two girls going back for a tournament. It's Catherine and some little scrawny girl, and they're yelling about how each of them are going to not do shit. And I just remember, like, I was like, hey, both y'all shut the fuck up because nobody's going to do anything. Like, why are we... I didn't come out for all this.
Okay.
And then this portly Asian fella tells me, hey, bud, you don't talk to my girlfriend like that. I said, well, you weren't, so somebody had to. And then I turned back around and continued to drink my rum, and he swung and he completely missed a sitting still. I don't have a small head, but he when he swung, I could feel his arm go across like the back of my neck.
How rude.
Yeah, and I just turned around. I was like, you good? Like, that's what you were achieving tonight? We're good?
Yeah.
And like everybody in the bar was like waiting on it. I was like,
You're not firing back?
No, I was like, you're good. That's what you feel better?
Yeah.
So,
yeah, it's kind of embarrassing when you swing
it
at
sucked
somebody
for him.
and you miss.
Dude, I was sitting still. I wasn't even looking at him.
Yeah.
He had a free shot. The guy that slapped me got a better clean hit on me, you know? So then it turns into this whole, like, let's go outside. I was like, I'm drinking my rum, but we
Wait, so the only reason the guy swung at you is
because I told his girlfriend to shut the fuck up because he wouldn't. I wasn't in there to hear all that. You know what I mean?
Mm. And she was starting to fight with some other girl?
Catherine.
Okay.
They were going back for. Hey,
you were like, hey,
yeah, I told him
bitch, shut your mouth.
And I said I didn't call her bitch. I won't go that far. But I said, hey, both of y'all shut the fuck up because neither one of y'all gonna do anything.
That seems reasonable.
We're spinning our wheels.
That's
here.
not a reason to hit somebody. At
well,
that
he didn't
point.
hit me. Well, then he's like, I'm going to my car to get a gun. I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
That's what you need to do.
And then the cops were called.
Yeah, and then they showed up. So. And then they're like, everybody's out of the bar. I was like, I'm not out of the bar. I paid fucking $6 for a rum. I'm going right back in there and drinking it.
Well, what I take from that is that's all Catherine's fault.
100%. She'll admit it.
Shout out to Catherine.
Shout out Catherine.
Don't meet her in a dark alley.
Catherine Schwartz. No. Don't meet her at Yellowtails. They closed down shortly after that because it apparently caused such a disturbance.
Yellowtails, where was that?
Downtown OS, City of Discovery.
Oh, okay.
Right across from Craft Advisory. Shout out to Craft Advisory.
That's right.
Oh, shout out Craft Advisory. Big time. Oktoberfest yesterday was a hit.
I didn't
Jesus,
get it.
41 ounce Marzens.
I would have went. Me and Mitchell would have went. We didn't get an invite.
I'll send you one. We'll go one night. It's fun.
Oh boy.
The sour series is my favorite.
Yep.
You like the sour beers?
I love the sour beers. They're sour beers. I'm not a big fan of all sour beers, but theirs are very good.
Some are a little bit more sour than others.
Yeah.
I don't like sour beers.
I mean, they're only like 4.4, I think.
Fuck out of here.
So you can drink a bunch of them and feel cool.
I don't need to feel cool.
I do.
You are cool. What are you talking about, man?
They got a hot waitress there that we hit on one time.
Shout out hot waitress at Craft Advisory.
Yeah, I forget her name.
If you notice, Phil.
Her name was Fifi or something. Like it was 2 words.
We can find out.
Same word.
I can absolutely find out for you.
It was repeated.
Like bomb bomb. Something stupid bum bum.
Zoom in on.
What else you got, Phil? Fire away, brother.
I don't know, man. I just feel like me and you are the same guy.
We are. We've had very similar incidences happen recently.
Your last relationship was what?
10 years.
Mine was 10 years.
Yep. You got dumped right after you came in from work?
Yep.
So did I. I mean, it sounds like we're about to move in together.
Other than the sex, I'd be gay. You know what I mean?
I mean,
throw the football, you know?
Yeah. Fuck it. I'll try everything twice.
Wrestle around, you know? What's the game where you hit each other? Slug, whatever?
B-knuckle?
Yeah, yeah. Hit each other in the arm?
Yeah. Watch out, pal, you know?
Fucking terrible.
Life.
What you got in your notes?
I ran through the fucking notes.
Oh, we hit the notes already?
Oh, let's see. MJ was a lot of money.
We should have just had fucking MJ come.
They were asking what the cruise was. If there's a,
yeah, it says cruise at the top.
Cruising the Coast or Tom Cruise or what was that?
If you want to get into Scientology, we can do this.
Been on a
Are
cruise?
you a Scientologist?
And not at all. That shit's weird.
How dare you? That's a religion, dude.
Yeah, and that's why it's weird.
What up, Jacqueline? So Jacqueline, this is this podcast.
Oh,
the way it connects is
Somebody come in.
Puzz plays in a metal band, and Red Corey plays in Redcap Corey.
Yeah,
he plays in many bands.
Yeah, I have.
Phil over here has played in.
Is Jacqueline
bands.
New?
I don't play in any metal bands.
Hi, my name's Corey, and I don't like living.
That's the podcast.
Yeah, that's pretty much.
That's the podcast, Jacqueline.
I'm just waiting on it to end. You know.
She was asking like, what the hell is this? How do you guys all connect? That's how we connect.
Give her the address.
Music.
Give her the address. We'll get her over here.
Yeah, come hang out, Jacqueline.
Like, what's little Puzz doing on this show with Mitchell?
Yeah.
Oh, Jay Quillen.
Jay Quillen.
Blockade.
We're all a bunch of failed musicians that like to hang out and drink. That's what it comes down to.
I'm slightly successful.
Yeah, you're doing it. You have this high level studio.
This is the $1 Million studio.
By the way, yeah. Can we talk about this?
I'm fucking impressed.
Phil, I've been seeing it on your face. You want to talk about it? Talk about it. Go ahead.
Get it out.
Me and Mitchell have invested a little over $900,000.
It really is a good setup, though. Anybody that wants to come jam or whatever, I'm sure.
So it's not $1 million. It's like right a little over $900,000.
Well, if you keep it under $1 million, what it is a tax brackets. Okay, so how this works is
understood.
I have to get with my accountant, but
well, anybody that owns a business knows that there's a lot of red tape involved. There's a lot of tax write-offs and things like that.
The real question is, how did Jacqueline find this? Is this somebody we know?
No, I posted it.
Is she a random?
I posted it to my Facebook.
Hey, random.
But she seems to be a mutual friend between me and Puzz.
Apparently, Jacqueline is Catherine's boss. Is that true?
Oh, is it Jacqueline
Wilson?
Let's not shoot last names of governments. Listen.
What up? Shout out to Jacqueline.
Shout out to Jay Quillen Wilson.
Catherine's awesome.
Give her the address.
11803.
Just type in his last name on Google.
Google Maps.
But no, what we plan on doing with this place, as you can see, it's very sophisticated.
It is. It's nice.
Beautiful.
So
it's a way better setup than I have.
What we do is we go direct in with everything, and we get on the electronic drum kit, and everybody wears headphones, so we can go all night long, whatever, and it's very clear.
Can you really go all night long? Because I've told people I can go all night long in 5-6 minutes. And that's time for a cigarette, so.
It's fake it till you make it, man.
Yeah, always.
You play before you. Anyway, you we get headphones on, and we can get infinite players in here, right?
Oh, absolutely.
Like we can get like he's got electronic drum set, I got electronic drum set. We got big money mics, we got big money everything, and we can get in here, and me and Chip's coming over tomorrow. Shout out Charles
Lasagna. That's what I was asking you about earlier about doing the drummer to drummer thing. You know, getting you in here and you and Phil playing drums at the same time.
Here's the idea. Hear me out.
Hear
me out.
Staring at
and
you.
I'm probably really close to the camera right now.
Okay.
That's what we want.
Get up in there. Here, get up in there.
So we're gonna have the drummer to drummer thing, right?
Yeah.
It's not funny.
Not even drum off. No, this is serious shit, y'all.
We're gonna have two.
Shut up, drummers are
talking.
talking.
We're gonna have two drummers, right? Everything's mic'd, electronic. Everything's gonna be cool. And the idea is to bring in either or both a guitar player and bass player, either or, right?
Right.
And after the interview, we're gonna jam freestyle shit, or if you got a guy that you have songs with,
just
bring him in.
I have reservations. I have reservations for this.
No, we're booked out. Like we're booking people straight up. Like it's gonna be legit.
There's gonna be alcohol involved at this point.
Yeah,
and I don't know if it's gonna be in time.
Well, it doesn't need to be, because see, the way Degent works is
it's off time.
They're fucking artists, bro. Listen to off time that is, you know. Meshuggah got away with it for what?
No, okay. So Puzz, you are a established professional drummer. Let's ask you this question.
I wouldn't say
in a drummer to drummer, series.
Sure.
How would you feel about playing electric kit versus? Because we've had this conversation like a dozen times.
Ooh.
So our idea, or the original idea, I said to Phil was, you're a drummer. Let's bring in drummers for you to talk methods and techniques. And he's like, that's perfect. That's an awesome idea. I was like, cool. So I started talking to drummers. I was like, you need to come on here and we'll do some comparisons. But when we get into the logistics of it, as you being a drummer, would you be more comfortable playing on your own kit or playing on an e-kit? Because we're just talking about techniques and methods here. We're not talking about like preference of how you tune or what your kit is. Like Phil just wants to talk about like what your to go to fills are, things like that, you know. I mean, that I think that to me would be, I'm not a drummer, but that would be sufficient to do to communicate on an e-kit, right?
So
what do you think?
So I've played shows before where
borrowed kits
basically, or they're like, hey, just play my kit or whatever, you know.
Acoustic kits.
I'm used to my acoustic kit. I have it set up the way I have it set up, and I could play that motherfucker with my eyes closed. Right. That's just like, you know, electronic kits a little different, but they're fun to fuck around with. Right.
The one we had at my house for a little while.
You can adjust. We can make the electronic kit just like your acoustic kit. Right. You can adjust it just like your acoustic kit to where you want it.
I played on your kit. I think at the grocery we played. I played on it.
My acoustic kit.
What?
Yes. Right behind
the grocery.
Yeah. This beautiful.
Oh. Yeah. The acoustic kit.
Yep.
Yeah.
I want to play there so fucking bad, dude.
It's fun.
Yeah, the grocery is awesome, man.
Just
great place.
FFG in there and just blow the fuck up.
And just real quick, the grocery and the juke joint, one of the last places for original bands to play that actually compensate you and appreciate you as an original band playing original music, not just fucking coming in and playing covers for 3 fucking hours. I mean, they still want you to play 3 hours of music, but they appreciate that you play, that you bring the original authenticity. There's not a lot of bars down here that do that.
Absolutely.
You know?
Absolutely, it sucks. Crest really had something. And they just, I don't know what the fuck happened there. They got Scott Stapp in there one time and they shut the whole place down.
Did they?
Yeah.
I played, actually at Crest, I played somebody else's kit, like, and when you're playing your songs and you're used to playing what you're playing on a certain kit, I'm sure I don't know have you ever played like a different kit?
100%.
Yeah. From that show. Yeah. So like,
it's a disaster.
There's certain things that like they're little things I would do. I would have to just not do them.
Right.
And I would make do, but Chris, I had to play
you maybe cut a fill short or something.
I know exactly what you're talking about. You played Chase's kit, the white kit.
I played that kit at Zeppelin's. I played a really big kit.
Zeppelin's.
Yeah.
Yes, that was a dope ass venue too.
Yeah. They were one of those places too that would allow bands, you know.
I took a cracking spiced rum sign off their wall.
Rest in peace, Zeppelin.
You're a criminal, sir.
I worked there.
Shit.
Worked there, played there, drank cold beers there. Yeah, that was a good spot.
Yeah, when you play a different kid, it's like coming home to hug your kid and it's another kid, you know? Like you can't fucking.
Well, that's what I was saying. I was like,
great fucking comparison.
You know, so you don't have to don't play the acoustic kits. Don't do a acoustic kit to an acoustic kit comparison. Yeah. Just level the playing field by using 2 electronic kits and just focus in on your techniques, your methods, the way that your snare and your footwork, you know,
Honestly, like Phil's kit, that's the same setup I got. I got the 2 rack toms with the floor.
Right.
Cymbal wise is about the same.
Yeah.
So, you know, I like, even if I played your kit right now, like you might have your stand set a little higher or your cymbal a little lower or something. So I'm not used to that. But for the most part, that's the same setup. Yeah. I've cut down. I used to have so much shit on my kit, and I was like, this is stupid. I'm getting old. I don't
really as he just came down, he's too lazy and don't want to set it all up.
Oh well, that too. Yeah. Drum heads aren't cheap. Yeah.
So electronic kit would be totally cool for you to just come on to demonstrate how you would
come on and like warm up on it a little bit, sure.
How you would respond to a riff and versus how Phil would respond to a riff.
Yeah, because everybody's got different ideas.
Exactly.
Like if you came in and sit down with MJ and Justin, you'd be like, "Oh man, that's cool." Like you'd probably play something a little different.
Way different, yeah.
But I like watching your videos because I think me and you have similar styles. Pretty straightforward. They're pretty straightforward. There's no fancy like. You know, it's just like pretty just straightforward fucking.
You get the groove. You got to find the groove.
I love.
Those are the best kind of drums.
Yeah, I love groove. Yeah. Like I'm not trying to play nothing technical.
Right.
I'm not. I've never really got into it and learned all the fundamentals of the shit. I just like playing as a little groove.
Yeah, because let's step into a little town I like to call reality.
Population 2.
I am not a talented musician.
I'm gonna call bullshit on that, but keep going.
I'm not a talented drummer. Regardless of what anybody says, everything that I can do, I have grinded for fucking hours to figure out how to do.
I see where you're going with that
Because
now.
I started playing drums, and everything was hitting at the same time. You know what I mean? Like I didn't know, I couldn't do anything. So everything, and even the hard shit that I was like, I could never do that. It took me, when I would learn songs from bands, it would take me months of just hours out here, and that's why I built this room, so I could because I figured the guys at the storage unit, right? This was my mentality.
Yeah, let's hear it.
Up. The guys at the storage unit playing drums, what are they going? Once, twice a week for a couple hours a night?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's pretty much me. It's about once a week for 3 to 4 hours. That's all I really get in.
So I watched some YouTube videos, built this shit, and if you can tell, like the roof's different right here. Like
It gives a character, but I got you.
Well, I knocked the wall out years ago, and it used to be just this.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, and that's where we played, and I set it up out here because I could put in the hours. And that's what I did. I put on headphones and put on Metallica records or Sepultura records or Soulfly,
whatever you want to listen to.
Bullshit,
Or
and
play,
just figure it out. And Chris was a big part of me being a decent drummer, because he would just come in here and he just wanted to thrash.
Chris Heyman,
he would just want to thrash.
Yeah.
And he would
yeah.
just thrash, and we'd play for just hours. And through those hours of playing, you figure shit out. Like, oh, this works, this doesn't, this works, this
You
doesn't.
got to get in that rhythm. You got to hit that groove. Once you figure it out, you're like, oh, wait, that's it. Let me try it again. And you get it. And
I find that interesting because you say you like, okay, so I never sat around and learned songs on guitar. I never did.
That doesn't make any sense to me.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I never sat at my house and was like, I need to learn. Like, I'd hear a song, I want to learn that. I never did that.
Yeah, me either. I've never done that. Like cover songs, like a famous song.
I've never
done that.
So when we started jamming, it was just us making a bunch of racket. Like, to this day, I'll learn parts of a song, but I'm not gonna sit there and learn the whole song. But learning through that way, like learning a riff, you might learn a different technique.
Right.
That's why I caught that when you said that. Like, a lot of the picking styles that I've used is from learning other shit, but I've never sat down and learned like whole songs. Like, I get on Instagram now and watch all these people that are like, watch me play fucking Metallica. I'm like, no.
Cool.
Like, I'll just watch
Right.
Metallica.
I'll just watch
play
Metallica.
Yeah. Like, I never understood that. You know what I mean? So I can't, like, people always say, how'd you learn how to play guitar? I was like, I never did learn. Like, I just got in bands and people were like, play this. Like, okay. You know what I mean?
I'm
like, my hand-eye
drums,
was there, but I never learned songs like that.
I just picked up drums, started learning. I've never sat down and really learned like the rudiments and stuff. You know, like
I don't know shit. Like, when I got with Club Deceased, I told them I don't understand stuff. So when y'all are talking like A's and B's, where the fuck's it? 3 5s? Like this, you know what I mean? Like, I can't. I don't understand music like that. But if you say, hey, watch this, I'm all right. I got you. And
I'm the same way.
Yep.
Yeah, like me and him did the cover band with Clint, man, and that was fun. Like,
shout out Clint.
Yeah, Clint Hackler, what's up? And then
hey, buddy.
So we did that, and it was fun to learn all that stuff. And you know, we played a little slower, so we played some Tom Petty, some Foo Fighters, and then you know, we got back to like playing the Dark Crisis stuff, and I was like, oh shit,
yeah,
you know, I was ready to fucking play a little something different. But all that stuff, I like playing that stuff though. Like, I'm not some crazy, I'm not trying to play blast beats.
I've never sat at home and played.
The nice thing about that was, I think, which I can relate to, is you get outside of your box and you start learning, like you said, these other little techniques and fills and things, and you know, bass.
And there were some songs
for me. It was all about picking, like learning your right hand. That was my big thing. Like,
my go-to is guitar. So being the bass and having to concentrate on bass lines with
sucks,
you know, it's like I'm totally focused on trying to make it solid, working with you, and it taking it and it like opens up all the possibilities.
Yeah.
And also, it
sometimes you got to slow it down a little bit.
It refocuses your concentration too. I think it you know, for anything, it makes you a better player because you understand what the counterpart is doing when you go back to playing the original.
Like, I don't feel like I need to fancy it up too much. Sometimes it's just simple work.
You have to know your role.
Yep.
Yeah. And at the right time.
Yeah.
You know, when it's
especially
time
if you're
to go
in the rhythm
off.
section, you know.
Because look, when I played with Clint, there was, you know, originally, and you can listen to that album if you want. I wanted to go off the whole time, 110%. I wanted everything to be about me.
You were going fulfill.
I was going fulfill, dude.
Fuck it.
And then I forget what moment it was, but I realized like I need to sit back and let the song do what it does. I need to let the singer do what it does. I need to let the guitar players do what they do. And when these are my moments. And I'm going to go off in these moments. And I'm going to go as hard as I can. I'm going to grind on them. And I put hundreds of hours in. Like, I put some fucking time into that shit.
Yeah.
And that was the whole thing for me. And why I became somewhat decent was because I put in more time than everybody else.
Yeah.
Because if I put in 10,000 hours and the guy with all the talent put in 200 hours, I think you're going to have more fun watching me.
Yeah.
And I was more loose playing live. Yeah. I didn't care about being all serious and making sure everything was right, which Clint hated.
Like trying to play to a click live.
I was trying to throw sticks at people and shit. You know? I wanted to make sure everybody had fun.
Yeah, that's to me, playing live is all. That's all it's supposed to be.
Yeah.
It's fun. Like I can remember playing with I'm gonna say an unnamed band that took themselves a little too seriously, in my opinion. And then like we would play, and people responded more to us because it doesn't. People can tell when something's manufactured. I feel like when you practice your show, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, all right, we've got to.
Well, that's a fine line,
and it's like, dude, go out there and just let it, like, feel it while you're playing it.
True.
That's the way I. And then I'm also the one that had my eye busted open and my nose and everything else too.
You want to make sure you know what everybody's cue is.
Yeah.
But at the same time, you want to make sure that it's not fake. That you are passionately enjoying it.
Yeah, and
because otherwise it comes across as fake and nobody gives a
like
shit.
You're up there going through the fucking motions.
You don't want to go through the fucking motions.
So real quick, if I'm not mistaken, you threw a drumstick at Christopher Jericho, one of the greatest professional wrestlers ever, right?
Dude, the GOAT.
Y'all open for Fozzy? Yeah. You said, hey.
Wait a minute. Stop. You open for fucking Fozzy, bro?
No. Hang on. Calm down.
How can I calm down? Have you seen the shorts this guy has on?
For clarification here, so Phil worked in a band with in Love Stories In, and Puzz also worked in a band with Clint from Love Stories In.
Yes.
So we're comparing notes here.
We did that Mayhem energy Rockstar energy drink
Houston,
thing,
right?
Yeah, so we did that, and we're playing and stuff, and I look over and there's a bunch of big bands. There's nothing funny about what I'm saying right now, so everybody calm down. Son of a bitch.
You're just shooting out energy drink names, but go ahead.
So I'm in the back stealing energy drinks, like filling up a duffel bag with Rockstar. I swear to God, dude, there's video of this.
Why wouldn't you? You know?
Yeah, because it was like, take all you want, and I'm like, y'all just fucked up. Y'all know who I am.
Sell this shit.
I'm gonna be so jacked up.
I'm like, shit, I'm broke. Like, I'm gonna stuff some duffel bags full of this shit.
Next thing he's dragging a fence down the road.
So anyway, we're playing. This was a surreal moment for me. So we're playing. This fucking sea of people. Like, this is insane.
This is in Houston?
Yeah, this is in Houston. POD's headlining our stage. Like, it was a big fucking
they're from
deal,
the South
right?
Town.
Hollywood Undead, like Fozzy, fucking terrible. Once again, not funny what I'm saying.
One of my favorite songs.
What I did was there. Go ahead with your story, Phil. I'm sorry.
Get it out. Get it out.
You see what I did, though, right?
All right.
So kids don't play.
So I'm playing. I'm thrashing. I'm doing what I do. We're playing like these super heavy love stories and stuff.
Yeah.
I look over.
Got some jams.
I look over to my left and I see Chris Jericho.
Fucking Christopher.
Look, let me tell you what he's wearing.
Let
me tell you what he's wearing. He's got some jeans on that are tighter than my life.
Tighter than my life.
Just fucking, just sucking his thighs, right?
Yeah.
And he's got this denim vest.
Yes.
And
just the vest.
I can't tell if he's in shape, but his body is wet. His whole body's like wet with oil.
I think that's like a natural thing for him.
Oiled up.
Hell yeah.
Well, this is Houston, Texas. He's probably sweating.
And his abs are like this big, like they're big blocks of abs. And he's like,
jam.
He's digging it.
And I'm thinking,
because that shit jams.
Chris Jericho wants to hang out with me right now.
He doesn't know it, but yeah.
So I'm playing. I get done. And I'm throwing sticks and shit, and I fucking hit this lady. It was a bad thing. I threw a stick out, and everybody reached up for the stick. Well, the woman that caught the stick hit her in her finger, and her finger swole up like a football.
Oh, shit.
And she comes up to me. She's like, "Hey, motherfucker, you fucking threw a stick at me, and it hit my finger, and now my finger's like broken, and it swole up, and it was like a big sausage.
Fucking sucks to suck.
And I was like, "Well, call my guy Morris Bart, and we'll fucking work out."
Let me get you this.
My personal attorney.
Alex Shananananara.
He's on a billboard. But anyway, I go off stage and there's and I'm offloading all my drums and shit, and there's Chris Jericho, and I'm like, this is kind of surreal. This fucking Chris Jericho. I grew up. Look, I ran home from school to watch this dude.
Yeah, absolutely.
WCW,
Thursday Night Thunder, like fucking
Thursday Night Thunder,
slapping people in the chest, like. So
shout out Chris Pabs.
I was like, Chris Jericho, man. I don't know if you know who I am, but I'm a legit dude. Like, we need to, like, did you see? I saw you saw me playing drums. Like, what do you think? He's like, dude, you're fucking sick.
I could see him saying that.
And he's telling me how good I am, and I'm just fucking soaking it up, and I'm hiding all these Rockstar energy drinks in my.
So, let's press on the whole lady getting her finger hurt.
Mm-hmm.
Have you ever injured anybody else willingly, like on purpose? Do you have any stories
while
like
playing
that?
a show?
Like while playing a show?
No, I'm not crazy. Well, I'm a drummer. It's hard to.
Yeah, I guess you're in the
Yeah,
band.
you're sitting down the whole time.
I got a couple. Thunder's Tavern. Dark Horizon was playing. This is back when I ran the Boss. What was it? The GT09. You know, the big fucking board that you can just.
You have to have a PhD.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Like,
The guitar board.
yeah, but it's got
a processor.
Like, it's like it's a processor. It's got like 6 pedals, and you can.
Oh,
so I have one of those, and she kept fucking plopping on it on the stage. Like she just
What do
kept
you mean plopping?
like just
What does that mean?
like just like
She
on the stage, and I'm like, hey, like in between the first song, she did the first song. I was like, hey, don't sit on my shit. Like I'm broke as it is. I can't afford another one of these. Like, don't tear this up.
How rude.
Yeah. So then she went over there.
rude.
She bothered MJ for a little while, and then she came back, and she kept just plopping on my fucking. I'm like, dude, this bitch. Like I remember playing, and like I totally got out of myself playing the show. You know, all I could think was like, she's gonna break my fucking pedal. Like, how are we gonna keep playing? You know, we're trying to make it.
Yeah.
So
We didn't.
Was she a heavy girl?
I'll tell you, she wasn't small. So she did it again, and then she started tugging on my shorts, and she was like, give me a guitar pick. I was like, I only have one. Like, I am fucking broke. Like, can you stop sitting on my stuff? So she goes and asks MJ for a guitar pick. MJ's like, why does this lady keep bothering us? I says, I don't know, but if she sits on my shit again, I'm gonna kick her. And he was like, okay. So here she comes again. We were probably halfway through the set, and she just all jacked up on God knows what, just right on top of it, unplugs my thing. So I reached down, I plug it back in, dude, and I just gave her a fucking right to the back of the head. Bow!
Ooh,
Yeah,
a
I
kick?
gave it fucking full on, bro.
how
I gave it to her, bro. Remember ice cream shoes? Remember
No.
those, bro? I had a
What
pair of
are
ice
those?
creams on, and I
don't know
kicked
what
the
that is.
shit out
I
of
need to
her.
Google
Right in
that.
the back of the head. And security went and got her out of there because she was breaking my shit.
Should have got you out of there because you kicked it. You assaulted a woman.
When Superstar Fat Beat played in Memphis, you know those people that go to shows and they're too cool to be at the fucking show, but they went to the show anyway?
Oh yeah, those guys.
Yeah.
The Chads and the Brads. Yeah.
Yeah. So we played at this place called the South Park Bar and Grill, and these are the exact shoe actually. That's the exact shoe that I kicked her in the head with.
Hey, that's a legit shoe, dude.
Yeah, it was very
$180.
Yeah,
I'll buy that
it was
right
very
now.
Throw that up on the camera.
Is that
Pharrell made
Everybody
these.
can see
You got that in 13?
These are very comfortable shoes.
13.
Boom,
Look at
showing
that.
up.
Beautiful.
Very comfortable shoes. 10 out of 10 would recommend. But we're up there, and the place we were playing, I remember being kind of small. And fucking, he's sitting up front, and he's just like right in front of Christian the whole time, just like staring at him.
Watching his technique.
Yeah, I'm like, why? Like, Christian's over here putting it the fuck down. Christian fucked his leg up at this show.
Oh, that was the show.
Yeah, that was a show he broke his leg or his knee or whatever the fuck he did. But I'm like, man, we're putting it down, and this guy's acting like we're fucking nobody, you know? So I was getting kind of irritated. I've already been hit twice with a guitar, so this guy can get a little bit too, you know? So they have one of those like big 55-gallon trash cans.
Oh,
I just picked it up and just fucking dumped it on him, bro, and threw it at him. Wow. It's like this whole big fucking thing. Shit's annoying, dude. I hate that shit.
People kind of
Shout out Chris Paps again. He just texted me.
People got bent out of shape that you did that.
Yeah, he got mad. I got dumped a bunch of bar trash on him. Like, you're the dick that came to a show and is acting like a dick. Like, that's what you get, you know?
Be a dick.
Fucking assholes, man.
That's fucking beautiful.
Yeah.
This is going so
I'm
well.
excited y'all have Zach Rowdy coming.
Yeah, next week, right?
So I ran gear for them, and he knew I was a big Goat Whore fan. He said, "Bro, we're opening for Goat Whore next weekend. You want to go?" I said, "Yeah, you gonna let me work that show or what? Like, you gonna let me set up?" He's like, "Tell you what, I'll let you go, but you gotta let me cut your hair like Mr. T." It's a fucking deal, dude. So I got a picture at my house, me and Sammy, and I got a fucking Mr. T haircut, bro. The mohawk with the sides. Yeah, bro. That was the only way I could go.
You're a savage, dude.
Got to meet him. You know what I mean?
You know, one thing about Zach is he had so many opportunities to be a dick to me, and he never was.
Nah, he's a good dude.
He was. He's always been cool to me. Like every
another
time
one.
I interact with him, he's always nice.
I
to me.
credit him every time I tell the story how I got into local music. Zach Rowdy every time.
Yeah,
because he's the first. Fucking go do this, you know, and he. You want to go to Jackson with us, you got to drink this 6-pack of Bud Tall Boys with fucking clamato juice in them, you know? Like, he just made you feel like one of the guys no matter what you were doing, you know? Yeah. Sleep on the porch, you know? You're nobody, so... Yeah. Shit like that.
I ain't sleeping on nobody's porch.
I did.
I got standards.
Shout out Kylie.
You slept on the porch?
Yeah.
What's the... Hey, Andrew Puzz, where's the worst place you ever slept?
Holiday Inn.
Yeah. Pretty sure it was, yeah. I don't know if it was a Holiday Inn, but whatever it was. It was a nice hotel, actually.
Ramada, probably.
Yeah, Ramada Inn.
Standards at Ramada Inn.
What about you, Corey?
Worst place I've ever slept, my parents' backyard.
That's pretty cool. Yeah.
I used to hang out. It was my parents' house, this other house, and then another one. And that one, we called it the back porch. We used to just hang out back when I was unemployed. I did a lot of shit when I was unemployed. But we would just go over there and get fucking annihilated drunk. And then, like, instead of being normal and, like, going home, you know, from the front, I would try to jump the fence. Yeah. I tried to come home one night and I fucking... My shirt, I had a Blood Soaked. Do you remember him? The one-man band. He used to come down to Kirk's all the time. Blood Soaked. Shout out Peter from Blood Soaked. But it was a brutally butchered shirt, and I fucking... I remember going over the fence and it caught my shirt and it ripped my whole shirt and I just fucking was laying there. I was like, fuck, I'm just gonna sleep here. So caught me a nap.
Cozy.
Yeah. Yeah.
I was pretty, I mean, I'm still useless, but I was like super useless back then. At least I got a job now, so I can be useless there, you know?
Yeah, I'm not gonna ask Mitchell because he's not gonna answer, honestly.
The wife's probably listening. Don't do it.
About what?
Worst place
you've ever slept.
Oh, so this one time I was on tour and we had a show in New Mexico, and they were like, "Yeah, you can crash at our house. You can crash at our house." So we go back
tour.
and I was playing solo acoustic stuff, and we go back and they're like, "You can stay in this room or you can stay in the front room." But either way, they had I think 5 or 6 dogs living there.
Jesus Christ.
And so if you stayed in this room, you slept with 2 dogs. But if you stayed in the front room, you slept with 4 dogs. And it wasn't, they didn't have a couch for them because the couch was their bed.
Okay.
So, my buddy from high school was on tour with me playing acoustic as well. So I was like, which room do you want to sleep in? You want to sleep with the 2 dogs or the 4 dogs? So he slept in the room with the 2 dogs because you could actually close the door.
Yeah.
And I think he had to
you
just got to share the bed with them, right? And they didn't have real dog beds. It was the makeshift, you know, and it was like a bing bag, and the dog slept in the bing bag, and I slept in the room. It was the room with the 4 dogs was bigger. So, and I kind of slept on the futon, which they're like, that's the dog's bed, but some of the dogs sleep on the floor.
They'll probably share it with you.
Right. So, I think
Phil.
That was probably the most fun place I ever slept on the road.
Yeah, I think Atlanta, Georgia woods with my no pants takes it for me.
No 501s.
I mean, I've slept on the beach, Pensacola Beach at Keith's bachelor party. I think that was it. Yeah.
Oh, bachelor party story.
Yeah. Because you got blacked out drunk and you didn't come inside with everybody.
Yeah.
There's a total line, and he did not cross it.
I sat down and woke up at 7 a.m. with tourists taking pictures of me.
You might as well.
On the beach.
Remember taking MJ to the Florida Welcome Center? So back to the show. Back to the show we played in Pensacola. I don't know if MJ's ever been to Florida, but we took him, and we're like, let's stop at the Welcome Center. You know, you take the band photos at the Welcome Center. It's fun.
Yeah.
And I remember going to piss, and I come out, and MJ's got a stack of these little mini cups on the machine next to him. I said, what are you doing? He's like, they got free orange juice over there, but these cups are small as shit. And I was like, MJ, bro, that's for everybody. He's like, oh. Well, I've just been drinking them. He drank all the free samples of orange juice at the Welcome Center. Dude, I'll never forget it. It was a stack of fucking the little, like, dentist cups. He had a whole thing. I was like, what are you doing? Pensacola was a blast, minus the show, because I don't remember playing the show. We got there. We were staying at the Crown Plaza Resort.
It was fancy.
It was Labor Day weekend. It was the only hotel room I could find. It was like $500 for the night.
Yeah.
We all pitched in, and we got there. This is at the time I had the long goatee and a rat tail. So here I come walking in my fucking Dimmu Borgir shirt with my Randy Rhoads case with all my stickers on it, and we all come trucking in. And the guy's like, "Can I help you?" I said, "Yeah, I got a reservation here, my boy." And he's like, "Are you sure?" I said, "Absolutely."
Absolutely sure.
So I said, "It's going to be under Roberson." So he looks it up. He's like, "Well, do you have a credit card?" I said, "Absolutely, my boy. It's right here." So I handed it, and you can just tell all the time this guy's like, "Fuck, man." So he starts counting. There's only 5 of you allowed in the room. I said, "No, we got you. They're just going to put their stuff up there, and then we're going to wander around town and act like a bunch of dicks."
Hell yeah.
So we go up to the room. Vince, I think
Puzz was part of this.
he was there. I think Vince or Chrissy was sick. One of the two. What is it?
He brought up the photo.
Picture.
Oh yeah. So
outside the floor. Yeah.
So
baby.
everybody had paid me for the room, so I had like $500 or $600 on me cash. And Vince, it was either Vince or Chrissy. One of the two were sick, and they're like, "We're gonna go hang out in the room for a minute." So we're gonna try to find somewhere to eat and get a beer before we're here all day. You know what I mean? Yeah. So we go down, and there's all this ruckus in the hotel lobby. And I'm like, what the fuck's going on? Well, there's a bar connected. It used to be a train station that they turned into a hotel. So it's got this old bar in it.
Right by the Civic Center.
It's super cool.
That's where we stayed.
Okay, so you know where we're at.
Yeah.
So we come down, and the guy's like, the sign says University of Georgia Fans of Florida or some shit like that. And I'm
It's
like,
across from the convention center.
Yep. Right, because Steve Perry's band. Journey was playing there while we were over there. Fucking should have been down. And, so we go in there, and the guy's like, "Hey, you here for the football game?" I said, "I have no idea what you're talking about, dude. Like, we're playing at the Handlebar tonight." And he's like, "But you have a red hat on, so you're here for the Georgia game, right?" Yeah. I was like, "Am I supposed to be?" He's like, "You're gonna get half off all your beers if you just tell me yes."
Oh shit, yeah.
I was like, "Then absolutely I am.
Yeah.
I'll take a Yingling on draft." He was like, "Okay, that'll be $1." I was like, "Oh."
Three
so I text everybody
later.
and think, "Oh my God, y'all got to get the fuck down here. This guy thinks we're here to watch this football game." So we end up switching out 2 shifts of bartenders, drinking $1 Yinglings. So the game ends, and the guy's like, "Fuck it, y'all are good." They kept giving us the discount. There's a picture of me and MJ sitting at this bar at my house, and I just have a handful of money, and you can tell neither one of us are sober at all. So we did all that. We drank all day at this bar. We never left the hotel. We go to the Handlebar, and they're like, "Hey, you guys are from Mississippi?" "Yeah." "You guys got a case of PBR Tall Boys back here for you." So me and MJ are like, "Let's get it, bro." Don't remember playing the show. I remember coming out. I had the Crate Mini 412 and a Randall Mini 412. So I full stacked it. This is the show we blasted everybody out, and they didn't watch us. Yeah. And I couldn't get the wheels. The casters were fucked up, and I remember like knocking it over out the door, and I just took the casters off and just chucked them into this loaded ass parking lot, like over a fence. I'm just like throwing casters over this fence, like fucking casters. MJ's on the sidewalk with no shirt on. His pants are undone. He's like, "I can't fucking breathe." Because, dude, he didn't drink any water all day. Like, you got to get a water every now and then, dude. We're fucking drinking all day.
Hydration.
Dude, he was annihilated. So we were there. I had $500 or $600 on me cash when we got there. Woke up the next morning, and I had $100 in my pocket that we had made at the show that night. That's all they paid us. Todd from Parabellum's like, "We shouldn't even pay you guys because nobody watched you."
That's good money.
Yeah. So we took all our $20 and we went to Waffle House. Waffle House, and then we came home completely broke. Wow. But I had a blast and don't remember any of it.
That's worth it.
Yeah.
Quick question, Corey.
Answer.
So you were playing bass in Club Deceased now.
Yes.
When Vince quit Dark Horizon, when he left, well, you didn't want to step up and take Vince's place?
I would have never even thought about playing bass, to To be honest,
this is his first bass.
Yeah, this is my first
adventure,
bass adventure. Only because the way they're utilizing the bass isn't. You don't have to have any bass technique, I guess is what I'm trying to say. Like I'm basically playing rhythm guitar, but on bass, you know what I mean? And then with all the synths and stuff, to me, so I took this on as a challenge for myself, as I'm sure everybody that's watching this has picked up. I'm not a very happy person, so I'm using this to kind of occupy my mind. You know what I mean? And it's pushing me to learn something new. And I've been trying to do. I had Puzz come over to like do some recording stuff at the house because I got a little setup. And I figure if I can just learn enough of all of it, then I'll have more options, you know? But, I mean, to be honest with you, the songs are just good, and I want to play them.
Well, let me ask you this. So at one point, you were, like, in 3 bands.
Yes.
And
at one time.
What moves... Miserable. Yeah, exactly. What moves you to say, I want to be part of this? Especially at that point where you were in 3 bands.
When I was in 3? I think it was because all 3 were so different. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, that's a lot of spectrum there.
Yeah, leaving Plethora to do vocals, which I didn't do. I was playing guitar, and I went to doing just vocals. And then now I was like, man, I miss playing guitar. Because, I mean, playing guitar is fun. Even if you suck at it, it's still fun. You know what I mean? So then I was like, well, then so I jumped back in that, and I got to play guitar again. And then with this, it's like, well, fuck, man. Like, I'm 34, I have carpal tunnel. Like, at least I got to hold as many strings. You know,
when me and Phil saw you at the Biloxi Community Center last year,
Group Center.
Yeah,
it was a fun show.
Yeah, and we saw you play. That was a reunion show for Falls for Grace,
which is pretty much I think all we're doing now are just those.
But I mean, does the fire come back to say, let's do this like
love that
every
band.
month?
I love that band.
I mean, I know Jared's busy with the sound.
I would go into it right now.
But yeah, so
I believe in every one of those songs.
It's one of those things where you would drop everything to just let's go play shows.
Yep. If they were like, hey, we're going on tour tomorrow, okay. Like I love that band. So when I got in it, it started with just hanging around, and I basically drank all their beer while they were on stage, and they got sick of that. So they were like, you need to like play the songs if you're gonna drink our beer. So Donnie was like, hey, look, I have all the equipment. Just bring a guitar. That's all you got to bring, you know. So he showed me everything, and the initial thing that even struck me about them, because like I didn't listen to a lot of that kind of music. Like at that time, I was super into death metal. I was listening to a lot of speed and thrash and grindcore.
And when you say that kind of music, you're talking about like radio mainstream?
That's what I consider it. Okay. It's still metal, but it's like not. You can understand it.
I think.
I mean, at the time I was listening to Dying Fetus.
Like one of the terms we throw around is like alternative metal. Yeah, right. Yeah, because it's what they play on.
It would be on the radio. I called it. When people ask what kind of music it is, it's a radio band. That's what I called it.
Alternative metal.
But their songs were so good. Like I remember getting the Pleasure and Pain album, and just like, man, this guys are from here. Yeah, it's good, you know. So then I saw them a couple times live, and I was like, man, that'd be. And then just hanging out with them, I was like, you want to play? Like I was nervous going to play with those guys. I was like, fuck, dude. Like I remember Jared used to laugh when Donnie would show me riffs. I'd play them like super fast, and he's like, slow down. I'm like, I gotta learn it this way first. You know what I mean? Because that's where I came from, you know. But so when I got in, Byrne was on bass.
Yeah.
It was a very weird dynamic.
Tony Byrne?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. It just did. We played and it was okay. And it was fun.
What's he doing? Teratoma now? Something like that?
He's a great, I mean, he can jam. But when we got Duff, I felt like that was the best 5 people you could have put together for that band. Like I've really, you know what I mean? Like we started, even the old songs sounded better. We were writing new stuff that was way different. Because if you listen to the Thelma EP to the fall, you can hear the transition of, you know, the new people in it. That band was
elevated.
I gave everything to my. I loved it.
Legit, yeah.
Yeah, it just and for whatever reasons we all fell apart, and we won't get into all that. But I miss that band a lot. And now that we have Mikey come back, who was the original bass player. Yeah, that dude is a joy to play with. He's fun to go to practice.
What's his last name?
I don't know.
So what you're saying, it comes down to chemistry.
Yeah, when you get the right people, you can play music with anybody.
Definitely.
Right. Even now that Duff's not jamming and we have Mikey come in, it still felt the same.
Right.
You know what I mean?
So on that stage last year.
Oh, dude. I was ready to take over the world. Absolutely.
I forget what it was called, the Sound Fest or whatever. But when you were on that stage, that was the right people to be on the stage with.
Yep. Even Dylan.
So if you do it again, that's who.
Yep. Who is based on that?
That's what it's going to be.
That was Mikey.
That was Mikey?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, and I was nervous because, when I first started going to see Falls from Grace, Mikey was the bass player, and that dude gets it when he plays. Like, that's when top bass players on the coast.
Is he in any other bands or?
I think he does some jammy stuff on the sides, but I don't think he was in what was he in Fall as Well with J Bob back in the day? You know, or Dropping Trowel, remember him?
Oh yeah.
So
Dropping Trowel sounds.
Oh,
familiar.
so he's a veteran guy.
he's he's one of the funniest dudes. Oh my god, dude's fucking hilarious. Like,
think he'll come on the podcast?
Absolutely, I guarantee I can get him on.
Why don't you get him on?
I will. Who do you guys want? Let's just get a list.
Yeah,
let's just go through my phone and get a list.
Take your notes, write it down.
I want him.
Falls from Grace was a challenge to me because it was a new style of music. They were very serious. Like they were.
And when you say new style of music, that's because you're going from Superstar Fat Beat to
or even
Falls
Dark
from Grace.
Horizon, you know, to Falls from Grace, and then they had a game plan. And it was like, hey, like you need to kind of like, I felt like I needed to improve my gear situation. Like I started understanding more because Donnie's one of those guys that's like, hey man, why not have the best shit you can get?
And Superstar Fat Beat, you didn't have any gear.
Oh, dude. Okay, so you were talking about the SM58s?
Yeah.
I probably went through about 40 of those in the time I was in.
What?
Yeah, I was buying a microphone almost every
fired the
week.
shit out of you.
They're very tough microphones, but they have a limit, and I tested that. I literally, I've probably spent a couple thousand on microphones. Like
shit?
Yeah, I promise. I broke them on every time we played.
That's a problem.
Yeah.
Yeah.
One of them shorted out just due to pure blood loss from my nose going into the cone and wiring it out. I went through some microphones, brother. Like I would show up, and people were like, "There's no way you're about to use that." I'm like, "Yeah, it still works. Just plug it in."
Wait. Let's clarify because I'm gonna call you out on this.
Come
on. You're saying the blood went into the microphone and it didn't work anymore from your nose? Yeah. That's what happened. Yeah. That's the real story.
Yeah. You want to bust my nose open right now and try it again? I'm in.
No, I don't want to bust your nose in.
I don't want to ruin your microphone.
No, I want to use you as a gateway to get me some high-profile guests.
Let's get it
on our podcast so we can make. You
still bust my nose open. I won't think no less of you
because we're on our way to 1 million right now.
Yeah, no, like I was literally buying at least 2 microphones a month when I was in Fat Beat.
No,
absolutely.
What were you buying?
Sures, FSM58s every time.
Really?
Yep.
The go-to. That was your go-to?
Mm-hmm.
I don't believe that shit.
The SM58. Pinkston's tried to talk me into the what was it, Audix for a while.
Okay.
Oh,
these are way better. I'm like, dude, you don't understand. Like the SM58 had the smaller head on it,
right?
You know, so I figured like less chance of me hitting myself with it, but it wasn't. I bled a lot in that band, dude. It's terrible. Like it really is. Like
So when you were in Falls from Grace, were you very particular about what microphone they used to mic your cabinet with?
Didn't give a flying shit. I'm just now getting into all that. I'm serious. Like I'm just now to the point where I'm like, man, I see why everybody cared so much now. You know what I mean? Like, cause back then it was like, let's just play, dude. Like I didn't fucking amp will do the work, bro. Let's get it. You know?
Yeah.
Put it on fucking 11 and let's go.
Oh yeah.
It matters.
Yeah.
It matters.
So this will tell you where I was at. I went from Dark Horizon to Falls from Grace. Even in Fat Beat, I didn't know what monitors were. I didn't fucking use them. You just listened to what was going on and went with it. You know what I mean? So I get in Falls from Grace, and I remember the first time we're doing sound check. I'm like, we're just gonna level our amps out? They're like, no, they're gonna set the monitors up. I was like, what do you mean? Like, I got TVs in here. You know what I mean?
Right.
So we're on stage, and Jared's adjusting. And he's like, what do you need? I was like, nothing. He's like,
I'm sure you encountered that in Fat Beat. Y'all never.
Dude, we never played anything
show?
crazy. Like we just played like Kirk's, Little Holes in the Walls, the Print Shop, shit like that. Dude, you need Print Shop was the shit. Back in the day,
it was. That was the shit.
Shout out Dane and Drehos for coming.
Shout out Dan and Drehos.
He
fucking
photographed us at
Eric
the Print
Feldmeyer
Shop. Jesus Christ.
Feldmeyer.
Yeah,
the
Big
shows
Feldmeyer.
on R.I.P. Eric.
Dude, the Print Shop were some
Carl.
coolest shows in the world.
They were.
Dude. When they were in the little room, Jesus Christ. You can look that up on YouTube. We have our whole show at the Print Shop on YouTube. And,
we watched a little bit of that when Ray was on.
And the camera is against the back wall.
Yeah.
I mean, the fact that Dana got pictures out of that show is still impressive to me. Because
those are some of the best. I love those pictures.
Yeah, they're some of my favorite pictures ever taken of me performing music. Absolutely. But anyway, back to the monitor story. Phil got me distracted with his eyes. So we were on stage and they were setting monitors, and I was always just like, no, I'm good. I don't need them. You know what I mean? I didn't understand it.
Sure.
And then the more we played and we were opening for people, I was like, fuck, like you need these. So
I guess what I was getting at was that Falls from Grace is your most professional band.
100%.
That you played in. That you
on stage, not outside the stage. No.
Yeah. 100%. And I'm to this day I use I used the lessons I learned through, because I learned all the behind the scenes shit with them too, you know, like I said, hanging out with Chris and Yancey from Cineco and sending emails to fucking play, and it's just like, man, what the fuck, there's way more to this than I thought, you know what I mean? Like, I just thought you just played in the band, people signed you, and then Courtney Love killed you, you know.
Damn.
If you're so lucky.
Yeah.
Damn, dude.
Damn.
Jesus Christ.
Billy Corgan wrote her only hit song.
How dare you?
There's a lot of truth to that, guys. There's a lot of truth to that.
Stick with me, you'll learn some things. But no, like they
Pop culture 101 here.
That band made me get more serious about music. Like Fat Beat, I thought would just kind of be like I kind of saw that as being like more of like a low level Dillinger Escape Plan as far as popularity. Like I knew people got it, people loved it when they saw it, but it was like, this is never obviously gonna put us anything huge, you know. I figured we might play a festival here and there, I could jump off something really high, but it never happened, you know.
This is something I wanted to reiterate, and that was when Ray Ray was our first guest, and when he was on here, I said you guys were the nicest motherfuckers to play with.
Yeah,
because you were approachable, and after playing the show was over, you were sweethearts. And you know, a lot of the metal bands, wouldn't do that. They weren't like that.
We caught a lot of shit from a lot of metal bands.
They'd either like get the hell out of the show. They leave early. They wouldn't watch you play.
They play and leave. Yep.
They go stand outside, and you guys didn't. Like you're very supportive. Like when we played shows with you for being like a hardcore, post-hardcore band, whatever. You were there. And even talking to you,
I wanted to see it.
You were engaged, and I said that when Ray Ray was on the show.
Absolutely,
I was like, that's what I loved about you. I didn't give a fuck that you're like fucking swinging guitars and shit. Christian and Ray, like after the show, like they fucking talk to you for hours.
Hang out,
yeah.
We were all about hanging out.
Oh, dude, we're fucking friends now. It's like it's not about like who can play the fucking most licks, the quickest, the fastest, whatever.
What built that mentality in our band was the jam space we stayed in. Some of the bands in there were giving us so much shit about our music. You know, you guys are fucking circus music, or this is,
circus music.
You're not playing fucking real metal, y'all should,
circus music. That's what
I
called
at
home.
And they didn't. We automatically came into a bunch of shit from the guys that are peers, like buddies of ours from over there. It's just like, you guys, that's a fucking joke. Nobody's gonna come see y'all. And really, what it was they knew people were gonna come see us, because people did come see us, and they hated that because nobody came saw them. You know what I mean?
I want to swing the pendulum really fast here back to Dark Horizon, and Dark Horizon, Puzz.
Yes,
seriously.
Yeah,
not just being your neighbor for like 4+ years, but one of the tightest fucking bands on the coast.
Absolutely.
And you can ask Phil.
After I left,
you can ask. You ask Phil. I don't fucking listen to metal. Okay, I'm not I don't keep up with the fucking metal scene here. But you guys living next to you for like 4+ years. I love watching you guys play every fucking time.
And
just the synchronicity that you and MJ and Justin play.
Big word.
That's a community college word.
I mean, you know what I'm saying. Like I come in there.
How tight they are.
You guys got the couch. You can come in there and have a beer, or listen to you practice. The tightness, the fluidity. I mean, shit,
Somebody
man.
Your door,
when I see Dark Horizon, like when we did your birthday bash, right? You remember when we did Puzz? It was your birthday bash at the Junior One. Yeah. And you had like 10 bands or whatever. Yeah. I'm just saying.
When Puzz puts a show together, Jesus Christ.
When Dark Horizon's on the bill, it's like a fucking spotlight.
Yeah.
Like I think I was making a reference to, was it Pets for Frets the last time y'all guys played with Vince? And
I think we played one of those.
Yeah, and the juke joint.
Yeah,
outside on the big
and I'm
stage,
just like, holy shit, this is fucking major label fucking level.
And he's laughing, but they really are. They're that good.
Exactly,
yeah, they are. They
exactly.
Really are.
It's like there's nothing to laugh about because it's it's that fucking good.
The best thing ever happened to that band was me leaving.
And you need to tell Puzz that. And
I'm serious, dude, because they got so much better.
I don't know how to tell my drums.
But this is why I love this guy, because he's always just like, But they really are. They're one of the best bands on this coast. Like they really are.
We've been around for. Well, actually, we've been around longer than
Right.
Longer than Kid.
And I almost want to say attributed to your ritual of being together Friday night, whether you actually practice or you don't, or you know, get halfway through. It doesn't fucking matter.
Yeah.
You
You're
guys
there.
have that ritual of being together, whether it's to shoot the shit or complain about your problems or whatever the bullshit is.
Watch Puzz drink 4 Locos and take his pants off. Whatever.
Man, don't tell us
Whatever it is.
So
Phil perked up quick.
Come on, Puzz.
Sign me up.
What are the
Hey,
secrets here?
I'll have what he's having.
I've lost my Levi's in that store.
Phil, stop drinking.
It's just fun getting in there, man. Like once a week, it's a little
Mhm.
stress reliever. You know, going there
Yeah.
3-4 hours a night. We used to get in there a lot.
You have
times change.
you have the chemistry that I would say that everybody loves, that everybody would be jealous over to have.
Yeah, and
because
me and MJ been jamming for so
exactly
long.
because
we've
you
been jamming
since
longer.
fucking
you
plethora.
have that chemistry is so fucking old
Ooh, we got the
that
Bud Lights
you
busting
can
out.
get in a room with 2 other dudes. I mean, it used to be 3 dudes, but now 2 dudes, and you
Used
just
to be
feed
4
off
dudes.
of each other. And you're
we
still
talking about
going.
music?
You're still going. You're still going. You know?
So the only so you know when we first got in there,
Look here. This is the
Whoops.
what?
We get down.
we got
We're
4
down to
dudes
a
talking
dot.
right
So-
now.
We definitely set a record for longest podcast about
They
nothing.
got a sponsor on
Shout
there.
out Gary Cooper.
Gary Cooper.
Shout out to Maker's Mark.
Coop.
Um,
But
So-
even back to what you said about Fat Beat just being cool, dude. MJ. If anybody's ever been to a show and not talked to MJ, you're a dick. Because he'll talk to anybody. I mean,
right.
I've known MJ a long time, and I've hung out with him, you know, through high school stuff. We could be going anywhere. You know somebody.
oh, dude.
MJ, what up? You know,
Man of the people.
funny story. I used to call, you know, back in high school. I call his house. His mom answer. Like, is MJ there? Yeah. Taurus.
Dude, his middle name's Taurus.
Yeah,
She was
Michael
really
Taurus.
Like four tours?
Like a Ford Taurus.
Taurus!
Yeah,
Loud as
Taurus.
fuck. The first time she did it with me, I was like, who the fuck is Taurus?
Are you serious?
Yeah, and he come around the corner. He's like, hey, I was like, what did she just call you? He's like, that's my middle name, man. I'm like,
That's the name of a Ford car.
Michael T. Jackson.
Dude, I'm gonna call the police, dude. That's against the law.
That's right. I saw that. I remember seeing that.
Yeah.
That was my. I
he
was
hates it.
Michael
I was
T.
like,
It's my buddy Michael Jackson's like, it's
yeah,
MJ.
Michael Jackson.
It's call me MJ.
Yeah.
Every time, call me MJ.
They've screwed him.
Oh, he's done.
I remember when I remember when actual Michael Jackson died. I was at your house. I was like, man, Michael Jackson died.
Yeah.
And you're like,
Yeah, I was upset. I'm like, damn, bro, for real?
it's like, no,
We
I'm
gotta
sorry,
find
like
a guitar
actually,
player, like-
yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna grieve for a week and a half.
12 hours is all you get. That's the
Yeah.
agreement period.
Like, oh no, like Michael Jackson.
Like the one that took his
Thriller.
kids died. I'm like, oh, okay, well,
What
that's
up,
all right.
MJ?
That's not so bad. you know?
Allegedly,
I wasn't gonna go there, but he went there.
I will.
I like Corey go there.
he came. He made Thriller. So
Now
I
you know
mean,
what it was about. You know what I mean?
What a Gary Cooper.
I mean, he had a fucking
The
album with a
Croatian-
stone statue of himself.
Gary
on the
Cooper, are
front.
you a Croatian sensation?
Shout out Coop, Gary Cooper.
is there,
Gary Cooper, like high school. Yeah, what
Yeah,
up,
Gary
Gary?
Cooper used to play the Deftones covers.
That's one of
Yeah.
one of the things I miss the most about how we were talking earlier about how the scene was just so cool back then. Was like you book a show and the band you play with hung out and everybody else just came in. Everybody just hung out. Like nobody, you know what I
True,
mean? Like
true.
I just miss the hanging out
Very
part
true.
of it. You know what I mean?
Very true.
I'll be honest. I've played a show and dip. If you haven't, you know, hey, gotta work in the morning.
Yeah.
So shit happens.
No.
but it- like-
Yeah. It depends on the venue, right?
Yeah.
It depends
Yeah,
on
yeah.
the venue.
I left a Guar show on my 21st birthday and went straight to work at Budweiser and they sent me home because I had a bunch of green
Budweiser?
shit all over me.
wait,
from the
you had
show.
really?
Guar.
Yeah.
What'd you do at Budweiser?
I delivered beers.
You were a truck driver?
No, I was the helper on the truck.
And you went to
Merchandise.
work after the show,
Right after
like
the show.
from the
It was-
bar.
It was
to
my
the show?
21st birthday. I was at the Soul Kitchen. It was Goat Horse, Shadows.
You lived in
Fall,
Mobile?
I remember
and
that. I
Guar.
remember that. Yeah.
Yep. Parabellum was supposed to open that.
And you went to work from that,
Straight from that.
and they sent you
Because
home
we started
because you
work
had
at 3:30.
shit all over you.
Yeah. He showed up at Walmart and I was putting beer up in Walmart and he walked up and he was like, Corey, I turned around, I was like, what's up? He's like, what's going on? I was like, nothing.
Still o'clock in the morning at Walmart. What's up?
Yeah, it was 4 o'clock at Walmart. But he's like,
4 o'clock.
yeah, he's like, what are you doing? And I was like, I'm putting beer up. That's my job. He's like, why are you green? I was like, well, I went to a concert last night. But
Wait, you showed up like covered in green shit?
yeah, from the show. I
Guar. It's Guar.
had to be straight to work. I mean,
I saw
fuck.
Gore. I saw Gore
You
one
didn't
time.
have like a baby wipe or something?
No, that shit was caked on, brother. Like, so I was just like, fuck it, I'm just gonna go to work. And he was like, you need to go home. I said, I'm gonna tell you something right now, dude. Been up all night. So if I go home, I'm
First of
going
all,
to bed.
who's gonna stock? Look, I work for Pepsi, man. I stock the Walmarts.
Yeah.
Like, who's gonna stock this shit? Like these
Send me home.
380-pound housewives are coming in here grabbing these cokes like it ain't no
Send me
joke,
straight to
bro.
the house because I had green shit on me. I wasn't presentable for it.
That's
Bro, you need to
ridiculous.
culture yourself. Fucking Guar was in town.
Did you go home and go to sleep?
Yeah, absolutely. I set my ass off. I didn't drink on my 21st birthday. I had one beer.
Really?
Yeah, you know how they make you do that dumb shit in Mobile where you got to fill out the... Remember back in the day you had to fill out like a membership thing or something?
That was fucking dumb.
So we're sitting in line.
That was so stupid.
We're sitting in line.
And they would have the beer fest, and you have to go to every fucking bar
I was
and
sitting in
redo
line.
the fucking.
I remember
The
that.
whole reason I went to that show was to see Goat Whore on my birthday because they played on my birthday. So I'm sitting in line. I'm like, fuck, that's a Goat Whore song. I was like, those motherfuckers are playing right now. I said, hey, dude, can I please get in? I'll come back and fill out your dumbass thing. But the band I literally drove an hour to see is playing right now. He's like, no, bro, you got to wait. So I got in. I saw 2 songs by Goat Whore, and that was it. I was like, motherfucker.
Boy.
Yeah.
You played in Mobile a bunch of times.
Yeah,
Phil,
we went to that
It's
show
block. Fun.
I went to that show, and we were driving back, me, Chip, and Chris Amon, and then
Shout out Chip Amon.
Chris thought Chris thought it'd be funny to reach up and put on the interstate, put my car in or Chip's car in reverse while we were doing 78 miles an hour, and he reached up and put it in reverse, and the car went and we all screamed like we were about to die. I don't know if
probably were.
I don't know if you've ever done 80 miles on the interstate, and then popped it in reverse.
I haven't done that one.
It's not gonna work out.
He said like I was finna die.
I'm no mechanic.
Mobile has a better scene than people gave it credit for back in the day.
It did.
Too.
Yep.
I remember Fat Beat playing at the what was
Cell
that place?
Block.
The Mule. What was it? The
Blind Mule.
The blind mule. They had great food.
My shoe came off in the middle of the set, and there were people in the street, and I hung the window that was next to the stage. I threw my Converse at these people walking down the street. And they ended up coming in and hanging out and watching the show.
You're a wild man.
Wow.
You just got to not care, you know?
You got to know how to handle the crowd.
You should be in prison right now.
Wouldn't be the first Roberson, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Fat Beat, it was just one of those, like, I'm going to go in here and do whatever the fuck
anything
I can.
goes.
Well, I just wanted people to remember, man, one time this dude fucking threw a trash can on this dude. Like, you remember shit like that, you know?
Yeah.
Would you
say the songs were there, dude? Fat Beat has jams.
Right.
So I was like, if I can be ridiculous, they're gonna remember the crazy show and the songs. You know?
Would you say Fat Beat was a dysfunctional band?
As far as the people in it,
the coordination.
Nothing was planned.
No, not the people in it, because I think
we got along great.
I think Ray and Christian.
I used to go to Ray's house.
Superior musicians.
3 to 4 times a week. I would just drive over to Ray's house and we would just hang out and work on stuff. Ray's the one that actually got me to first sit down and write lyrics to songs.
Right. But the operation of playing a show and preparing for the
you just show up and hope everybody's there.
It's completely dysfunctional.
So we drove all the way to Memphis for that show. Christian booked it. I got this guy to book us in Memphis.
Somebody asked about the Memphis show earlier. Yeah.
I can tell you 1,000 things about the Memphis show.
Okay, tell us about the Memphis show.
So Christian's like, I can book us Memphis. I was like, let's go. I want to. Like, it'd be cool to play Memphis. So we get up there, and Christian he lived up there for years. So he's like, all right, man. Well, I'm gonna go catch up with somebody. The night we got up there, Afro Man was playing at a bar. He's like, I'm gonna go see Afro Man. I'll hit y'all up afterwards.
Oh shit!
He's a womanizer.
Did he hit you up?
Well, she shouldn't have been on stage, but anyway. So Christian just left. So you're thinking we drove all the way up there, got there, and Christian's like, I'll see y'all tomorrow. And just nobody heard from him. Just fuck it. Nobody heard from him after that.
Do what? He drove up, played the show?
No, this is before the show. We got up there a day before the show. And he just disappeared.
Was he there for the show?
So then
he wasn't there to play?
Well, Josh said, let's go. I want to check out the Memphis drum shop. Because I got a drum shop up there. It's all drums. I got a Beatles drum kit. It's pretty sick. I got a picture of it. So we go to the drum shop. Ray took us to this other place, and then like all of a sudden Christian calls us. It's like 3:30 in the afternoon. It's like, what are y'all doing? Dude, what the fuck are you doing? Like we got to play tonight. And he's like, well, meet me at this deli. Yeah. So we're eating at this deli. He's like, Corey, see that little stage over there? And I was like, yeah. And it was literally like, shout out Stagecoach. It was like a stagecoach. It had like a little corner stage.
Yeah.
You know, shout out Uncle Jeff. And he was like, I saw Dillinger playing here.
Your uncle owns the Stagecoach?
Yeah.
Really?
We'll get into that in a minute.
They had a big. Phil was there though.
I want to shoot a music video there.
Yeah.
Shit. Don't sleep on the stage.
So He said, I saw Dillinger in here. I said, how'd that go? He said, they got kicked out because they like just destroyed it.
Dillinger got kicked out
of a deli.
When you say deli, you mean like a
sandwich shop,
like a delicatessen.
And when I say Dillinger, are you talking about Dillinger Escape Plan?
The Dillinger Escape Plan. So then Christian disappears. Christian disappears again.
Christian, what the fuck are you doing, man?
We show up to play the show, and here comes
Jesus
Christian
Christ.
waltzing in. Hey, what's up? He's like, nothing. That's the show he fucked his leg up at. I remember we were playing, and all of a sudden, I remember seeing Christian throwing his guitar around, and then I just heard this weird, blah, 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 blah. I'm like, that's not in this song. And I turned over, and Christian's, using the wall to get up, and I was like, that's not good. And, you could say he was trying to get back into it, but then I was like, oh, he can't move. So he finished the show, leaned against the wall, and then we finished playing, and he disappeared again.
Right.
We get back to the hotel room, and there he is, laid up in the bed with an empty pizza box, just chilling. What's up? How the fuck did you even get here? He was such a mystery. Because you gotta think, man, I was 20 at this time.
Okay.
He's
a little bit older.
Christian was probably 34, 35, maybe.
Yeah.
At the time, maybe?
Yeah.
This was the greatest human being in the world to me at the front, because it was like,
He
this
still
dude,
is.
he never has a bad idea.
Yeah.
I still believe that to this day.
Ideas.
He'll say something, I'm like, fuck, dude. How do you think of this stuff?
Have you talked to him recently?
It's been about maybe a year or so.
What's he up to? Is he still getting
He's doing the print shop.
That's what I was.
It was Matthew Apparel.
I know.
Well, now it's another name. I think it's Southern Fried.
It's in a warehouse in Gulfport.
Absolute.
That's what I was trying to tell Phil.
And I'm telling you right now, if anybody all your screen print needs, please hit up Christian.
Hit up.
Because he is.
What's it called now?
What's it called?
I don't know.
I think it's Absolute, right?
We
don't know.
The last time I checked, it's supposed to be Southern Fried Apparel or something like that.
What?
Yeah. But he's a genius. I mean, he's the one that came up with all the Fat Beat designs we had.
You've talked about Fat Beat way more than Ray Ray did.
That was just such a introduction for me. You know what I mean? That was. You got to think, man, I was a 20-year-old kid getting into this crazy ass
when we had
scene.
Ray Ray on, I was like,
fuck,
Ray Ray, you guys were one of the craziest fucking bands on the coast. And Ray Ray's like, yeah, you know, I don't remember most of it.
Well, I remember. Okay, so I'm at work working one of the bars the other day, and this guy's talking, and my buddy was up there visiting, and we were talking. I said, yeah, Dillinger Escape Plan. This guy's eyes popped out. He goes, did you just say Dillinger Escape Plan? I said, yeah. And he sat there for a minute. He goes, you're fucking Corey.
You're fucking Corey.
I said,
you're fucking Redcap.
I said, well, right here it's just Corey. They won't let me put the fucking part on my name tag.
It says Redcap on my fucking credit card.
You were in fucking Fat Beat. I said, I sure was. He's like, dude, holy shit. And everybody at the bar was staring at me, and I was like, God damn, this is weird. Wait,
you were 20 when you got in that band?
Mm-hmm.
How? What?
Have you not been listening to the podcast tonight?
No,
we had booked it. I'll tell you how. The only reason I know that I was 20.
bands when he was 12.
Look, I don't need to be scolded by you, sir. I need you to call. I need you to take a step back.
The only reason I know I was 20 is because we booked a tour at one point to go up the West Coast, and we were going to be in L.A. and play the Whiskey A Go-Go on my 21st birthday, and it got canceled. That's the only reason I know I was 20 in that band.
You went to play the Whiskey A Go-Go.
We were supposed to.
Did you go there?
No, the whole tour got canceled.
Oh, good.
I've never been on a tour. Every band I've been in that's booked one or something lined it up.
You've never been on a tour?
It always fell apart. It's the only regret that I have in my musical career.
It is a big regret.
I want to sleep in a fucking van and eat hot dogs. You know?
Well, that time's, dude, keep the faith, man. Because
keep the faith. Club to Seats, happening.
I'm happy. Look. If the world doesn't burn down in the next 6 months,
I'll tell you right now. I think when music does come back live, it's gonna fucking.
I think so too.
I think there's going to be almost like a reinvigoration, like it was in the '90s when music was just where it's at. You know what I mean?
Because look, I'm ready to rip, dude. I'm ready to rip.
Let's get it.
I mean, you know my situation because you're in the same situation as me. We should just move in here together. Let's just put a couple cots up.
Pants required?
No, dude.
I'm in.
Oh man, we should just.
Ladies and gentlemen, me and Phil just became roommates.
They're gonna have sword fights.
You got swords?
Just be a boner party.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. You're trying to get weapons involved.
I ain't playing no games, man. I quit school because of recess. Fuck that.
I do find it funny that me and Phil. Okay, so me and Phil never really hung out, but we were always around.
Right.
We were always hung out through. I guess proxy would be the college word for it, community college word. But I've always connected with Phil. Just even when we went and did the sound podcast, we just cut it up.
Yeah. That made everything infinitely better.
Phil was telling me about that.
Yeah, about how the guys from Wildflowers were arguing about guitars or something. Nobody wanted to fight that guy. I'd have fought him.
Oh, that made my night.
I was like, call him out, dude. Call him right now. We'll fight him. Like, no,
you know, I asked Phil to tell that story on the podcast. And he's like, no, I can't tell it.
They just don't. They were all undermining each other, trying to get over. You know,
it was somewhat of a Ponzi scheme.
Yeah, basically, one guy was sponsored, and he would buy them, and
he just got you to talk about it.
I will. I don't give a shit. What are all those dudes gonna come fight me?
Phil, you're fired.
What about the stripper in Memphis that you didn't tell us?
Oh yeah, so we're playing at the South Park.
See how I changed the subject?
One guy was buying bases at a quality price and then selling them for more. Is what he was doing.
Correct.
Anyway, so we're playing at the South Park Bar and Grill. And this lady of the evening, like she just the bar had like a pole, and I was like, that's a weird spot. And then like it was like one of those, like, because the bar was totally like not for that, but then there's this lady stripping on this pole while we're playing. Like I was like, why is that happening right now? Because I remember going like, hey, shout out to the titties, and then like we kept playing because they kicked her out, but. You know, it is what it is. If anybody has anything they can remember, they want to punch in, I probably remember it. I'm very good about it. Yeah. Catherine actually made a comment. She built a thing for Puzz with like a bunch of pictures, like old shows. And she'd be like, hey, what is this? And I could tell you the show, who we played with, just off a picture. Just based off what guitar I was playing. You know what I mean? She'd be like, how do you remember all this? Like, I remember the wrong things in life. You know?
Yeah.
Puzz.
Yeah.
What is in the pipeline for Dark Horizon?
So we were gonna play that. Show.
Fucking COVID.
Yeah, on April 4th, for Justin's 30th birthday. It was Saturday. Perfect setup, man. We had 8 bands going. Northern Light Suplex. It was us. Falls from Grace was on it. We had Dead Lover. We had fucking Ex Bastards. We had a slew of great bands.
Just want to shout out Justin Fresh for no reason right now.
Why not? And and we were getting close to it, and the COVID thing started happening.
And the juke joint got scared like a bunch of bitches.
And then they just closed, and then it was just like
their mascot's a raccoon. They're worried about people getting the fucking flu. Like, I don't really understand it,
but so yeah, we went on the Sound Podcast back February. Announced that we got everything set up.
Probably not allowed in there now.
Yeah, what, the juke joint?
Yeah.
And then
it's Mizos.
Yeah, back to Mizos. And so yeah, we were gonna play that. That was gonna be our first time in just a little over 2 years. Last time we played was, I think, February coming up. 2021 to be 3 years when we play Mobile.
Damn, bro, you should quit.
So, but
it kills me not to play live, man. It's the best in the world, man. And for me, it's not even the show. I had more fun when we would do the load ups. And
everybody
just getting somewhere. Yeah, it's just fun to me. Like, I enjoy that whole setup. You know, what's everybody? What are they talking about?
Sound check in and Who's got questions? Anybody got questions? Probably not.
Corey.
Yo.
Falls from Grace. Club Deceased. What's going on?
Falls from Grace. Hopefully, if I want to play more shows with them. I think when we originally started kind of getting back going, we were talking about doing like 2, maybe 3 a year. And everybody was kind of cool with that. I hope that I still love playing those songs. You know what I mean?
That last show last year, that was the first time, right? You guys didn't play the Sound Fest the year before.
One, no. Before that, we played one of my. We were doing a thing where we were playing every July on my birthday. That was like the only way I could get everybody to feel bad enough to hang out with me. It was like, it's my birthday, please play a show. You know? And they're like, oh man, if we don't, he's probably gonna off himself. Which I'm not gonna do that. I want it to be natural, but I would love to do 2 a year at least, because like I said, those songs are just so fun to play, man. Donnie wrote hella good songs.
You had a great turnout for your set.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like people still like those songs too. I mean, they're not terrible songs. You know what I mean?
No.
And then that's when we all decided to put out that Thelma EP and let it go out, because that was the shit I was actually on.
And Jared's doing the sound now, which
Jared, and it's
super fucking busy.
Yeah, and it's a cool thing that he's got Brownwater Banner too. Shout out, Brownwater Banner, Joey.
Well, I was going to ask, so, since they are doing
if I call Jared right now and said we're jamming,
I guess what I'm getting
scheduling is very difficult
with them doing the
children and wives
at the Crest. Could we expect for Falls from Grace to be appearing in one of those crests?
Yeah, probably.
Okay,
I would love to.
Okay.
I know
would
I know
absolutely
Crest is starting to get going again. Somebody took it over, and they're kind of
the sound took it over.
Yeah.
They're doing broadcasts from there. Live
Northern Lights
broadcasts
Place killed it by the way.
once a month now.
Other than the sound, is anybody else doing anything in that venue? Or
They charge way too much for a private thing like that.
They rent it,
but the thing is, who are they renting it to besides them?
anybody.
Scott Stapp.
Well, that's I think that's the
Scott Stapp solo.
I think that's part of the promotion of why they're doing the live streams from there is to like let people know about it because nobody knows it's a venue.
I think live streams are saving music right now.
You do the live streams,
Absolutely.
and I think then people know about the Crest, and then they can go rent it. Because when
they had an ample opportunity to pick up bands because New Orleans House of Blues stopped booking shows.
Did
and
they?
When I say shows, I mean like, say Devil Driver was on tour, right? And they hit Texas, and then they play Florida. Normally they'd stop in New Orleans, but the House of Blues wasn't picking those shows up anymore. So Crest would have been the perfect opportunity to slide in. We saw Ghost in Baton Rouge. All right. Yep. They had 2 nights off, and they went all the way to Jacksonville.
Yeah,
right.
Crest could have booked them for little or nothing and made a ton of money.
Okay,
but whoever's doing it's not spending the money on the tours. That's right. If you can catch it, off nights are where the money's at.
Okay, but you're getting into
getting pissed off is what I'm doing.
You're getting into management and booking here, and one. One,
almost fucking did it.
Nobody knows that the Crest exists, and two,
it's because they're not booking the fucking shows.
Right, but it's the amount. I think it was $2,000. I think it was $2,000 to rent the Crest.
Yeah,
for like a
so
night.
you book Ghost for 10, you pay 2 for the building, you're in 12. You sell tickets for $40. Do you pack that building up? You've made your money.
Look, Corey's got it all.
No, the problem was they were booking fucking Mushroom Head and ICP. Nobody gives a fuck about them.
How dare you, sir?
No,
I'll fucking have everyone arrested.
Mushroom Head did have one good.
I have everyone arrested.
You know what I mean? But you know what I'm saying? Like,
there is no one here that is down with the clown.
They did have Project Pat play there, though. That was pretty dope.
Project Pat's legit.
Project Pat's
yeah.
I'll fucking shoot.
I just feel like if they would have jumped on packages and stole it from New Orleans, they could have really competed with the House of Blues. They really honestly.
Okay.
I played that stage, and that sound in that building is incredible.
No, it's not. And second, I remember Jared saying that dealing with the packages is very difficult.
Yeah, because he's not an established business.
Because they want. Well, you're okay. For example, you're saying, here's the venue. This is how many people you can hold. This is the guarantee. Yeah, this is the promotion. This is what's going into marketing, advertising, and as opposed to dealing with one of the casinos. You're trying to operate as like a House of Blues entity.
It's an established name,
but which it isn't.
The House of Blues isn't?
No, the House of Blues isn't, but the Crest isn't.
Oh, yeah, no, I got you. Yeah. Well, that's where it comes in hiring the right company to come in and say, okay, we're working with Crest.
That's what I was getting back to was that here's the sound coming in trying to elevate the presence of the Crest's name, saying, look, we have this venue here. It's beautiful. It's, they
got couches upstairs.
Fucking come play us. We had the Toadies play here. Come play here. I don't agree that the sound is adequate in there. But I believe
on stage it sounded good.
Not in front of the stage.
Well, I don't hear that.
But
it's not for me. I don't know.
But it's a fantastic place to play, whether it's upstairs or downstairs. Yeah. If the sound's done right,
they have the room for it. Yeah.
Definitely.
Like everybody I know that went to the show that we did there.
Afroman had like 1,000 people there, 1,500 something like that.
Free Mardi Gras.
Yeah, Mardi Gras. It was shit was off the wall.
Yeah. Catherine went to like Little Boosie.
Boosie, yeah.
Yeah, and she was like upstairs. She was like it was slam packed in her shoulder to shoulder on the floor. I couldn't see shit.
Well, there's a lot of numbers that we don't know about that
mostly the number 7.
The bottom line is that the sound is trying.
Phil, you're doing a great job hanging.
The sound is doing a great job of trying to bring attention to the Crest and say, hey, this is where original bands can play. Yep. Come utilize this venue.
That when Jared and Kevin explained to me the sound, I was like, this genius. Because it's exactly what the scene needs at where it's at right now.
It is.
To me, they're digging it back up and saying, hey, motherfuckers, like, let's do this. Yeah. It's fun.
And
music's fun at the end of the day.
Kevin's been in it for fucking how long?
Yeah.
He's been on CPR, and now he's back on CPR.
As long as everybody.
Show again.
Well, it's
come on, man. I mean, now they got the app.
That's what I'm saying. I got the app on my phone downloaded. Yeah, sound app.
It really is
water banner too.
It's a thankless job. I mean,
and it is.
They're not.
They put in the work because if you watch an episode of The Sound, you don't know who any of those fucking bands are.
Yeah.
Dude.
No,
you know
not
what I
at
mean.
all.
And I've sat there and watched them get one of those shows ready. There's a lot of work that goes into that, and they're doing that on their own time, and they all got families, dude.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
So do we.
And that was the biggest thing with the Falls from Grace thing was, it's just nowadays, everybody in it's got something else going on. So it's like it's harder, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Especially like you got Donnie and Jared, they have like full on families with children now. They have shit to do. Like I get it, and I'm just a little old Corey that just wants to play music. So if we can set up one show to where we, you know what we did? The power of technology. I made a fucking playlist on my phone of our set list, and I can practice it at home. You don't have to get in a room and jam.
That's right.
You're the kind of person that you want in the band.
I just want to fucking play, man.
Exactly. On a previous podcast, I was talking about the difference between playing with somebody who has a family and someone who doesn't.
I'm the ultimate. I've sacrificed all. I refuse to have children until I go on tour.
You're the exception.
Yeah.
That's exactly what I was getting.
That's a real rule. I have to at least go on a week tour, or I won't have children. I'm serious. That's
with strangers.
No, well, I can't have children because I'm a guy, but I won't do the adult handshake to have a child with a woman unless I've gone on tour.
Yeah. But the sacrifice that the family man has to make to be able to play the shows.
Yeah. And I understand it because, like I said, I lived with Donnie for so long. Like I saw.
You felt like you're one of his children.
In a way. I mean, honestly, he was taking care of me. You know what I'm saying? Like, in a way, it kind of felt like
brought
that.
you in.
But I could see the struggle of like, I got to do this first, because your family's always going to be first. You know what I mean? Versus like, hey guys, let's go jam. Like, I understand the balance. I can appreciate the balance. I'm not gonna say I understand it because I don't. I'm just like, all right, you want to go jam right now? Like, I don't really.
Yeah, I'm good right now.
Like, I mean, let's go. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah. But once you introduce kids into that
which thankfully
equation,
like we talked about his son earlier, is jamming. He wants to go do it, so bring him on. Like, let's go play. That little kid rips, dude.
Do the show with us.
I was like, just learn my parts, and then we don't have to worry about this.
How many kids do you have, Corey?
I have 0.
I have 0 too. Yeah. Do you want to get married to me?
I will.
Anybody official can do this officially.
If anybody wants to hit up, you can join me and Phil in a throuple. We'll take it.
I am primed for a butt baby at this point.
I'm really glad you guys invited us. Thank you so much.
Holy shit, dude! We're gonna do a round 2 if you.
We might as well.
But let us know.
Here's what I want.
Hello.
Here's what I want to do. If we do a round 2, hey, calm down.
Hello.
We don't talk.
Let me tell you something, Phil. I play to win the game.
110%.
Yeah.
When you go to Wendy's, you get at least a double, right?
Yeah. If you're leaving Whataburger without a triple, you're not at Whataburger, bro.
Yeah, like why would you ever order a single patty?
If you order a single patty, I'm looking at this microphone. Fuck you.
Get out of my face. Get away from me. Right? If y'all would come back.
Absolutely. Tell me when you're ready. People are gonna hit you up like, do not invite them back.
Let's take a step back.
Look, we've been on 3 fucking hours. Come on, this has felt like 10 minutes. This is
the part where I start realizing life's not that important.
Andrew, take a deep breath.
I haven't heard somebody call him Andrew in forever.
Wait, what you just call me? Hold on, let me turn the mic.
Here's what I want to do. Here's what I want to do.
Talk to me, buddy.
Because I'm highly intelligent and I'm successful because I make good decisions.
All right, let's hear it.
Look at this $1 million studio.
If we could have you two back on, but the next time we have you back on, let's add a third person of your choice. So y'all get together. Don't tell me now. Y'all get together.
Gus Jiggins.
Add a third person that would add to the debauchery, and let's get y'all back on, and we'll before January 1.
All right. So you're expecting me to be alive until January 1?
Absolutely. You're gonna make it.
I'm gonna hang in just for you.
You better hang in.
Yeah, we'll see.
Because if you go, I'm going with you.
Let's go, bro.
Take me with you.
Be like Romeo and Romeo.
Because
so you want us to add a random third, like mystery partner?
No.
I want you to add somebody that you think would be beneficial to what the F we're talking about.
What exactly are we talking about?
Puzz was asking about Dark Horizon getting in here and
get MJ in here. You know what I mean? Like somebody like that.
We could do a whole separate Dark Horizon show.
Absolutely.
You know,
Do we even know another person that wants to hang out
that
with
would
us?
be really cool to
don't
kind of
think so.
like, not release, but like kind of like preview the new Dark Horizon. Was it 8-string?
Oh, dude,
compositions?
shit
don't tell nobody
rips,
that.
Dude. God, it rips.
Corey says it's ripping.
I went in there and watched them play, and I was like, I gotta go home, dude. I sold a guitar the next day. Like, what is the point even owning these things? Like,
we got some jams, man. We got a couple.
I feel like we've covered a lot, dude. You lost your fucking Wranglers. Outback. I mean, dude, we've gone over a ton.
Yeah,
I would love to see a transcript of this.
I feel like we got more to talk about. This has been fun. This has been nice today.
We could go another 3 hours, I think.
I could go another 5 with you guys. Yeah, we barely. I mean, we jumped around the order so much of all the music. Like, we could just.
I've been like checking my watch on occasion. I'm like, damn.
I totally forgot you played a catheter too.
Catheter.
You said it earlier. I was like, damn, Phil did jam with those dudes.
Catheter. A wildflower.
Yeah, Wildflower. That's what I got from it now. I'm just saying, dude. Forgot about that. You did a lot of shit too, Phil, you know?
I appreciate that. Yeah,
man.
I have done a lot of shit.
Hey, I gotta say one thing.
He's been around the block.
Yeah, I gotta say one thing. I appreciate the day, man. I've had a tough day today. Been a tough couple.
Yeah,
days.
so
Shout out Monkey.
Yeah, shout out to Puzz and Catherine's dog.
we're gonna definitely dedicate
R.I.P.
this entire episode to Monkey.
Yeah, absolutely.
It was a good little
Because
shithead.
That
I love
is
him.
that's the
sucks.
toughest shit in
Yeah.
the world. Like you can deal with people dying all day, but
all day.
when you're fucking
Animal goes, it sucks, man.
dude,
It's the worst.
it is.
It absolutely is.
And
Me,
there's
me and him
nothing-
picked up his old dog Bandit.
Yep.
When we first started jamming. He passed a couple years ago. So
Yeah, we had to put him down. It was rough.
Mm,
Tough, man. They don't deserve it. But
it
hey,
is. We don't deserve dogs.
we don't.
We don't.
Cats sometimes. Yeah, depends. The one I got sucks, you know. So whatever.
On that note, we're gonna do this again.
Let me know when I'm here.
Thank you, Corey. I love
Hey,
you.
appreciate it, guys.
Thank you, Andrew. I love you. Thank you, Mitch.
You guys
I
have
love
been
you.
great.
Good job,
Episode 9.
In the raps.
wrap it up, B.
Double digits after this, bitch.
We got to do the new closing scene. Koozies available.
Oh yeah, these koozies are sick, dude.
Yeah, if you want a koozie,
Crime Studios.
High level.
Check
entertainment,
out
street
Puzz's
interviews,
band.
music,
Facebook.com. We are Dark Horizon.
We're on the Instagrams as well.
Check out one of Corey's bands, mini bands. Facebook.com. Falls from Grace.
Yep, Club Deceased
With Jared Seymour from The Sound.
Yep.
Balls on face.
And you're now jamming with Club
Yeah,
Deceased.
if they find my profile, I'm Dark South Corey on Instagram. All the links for my bands are in there.
There you go. He's not
Top there.
available. You can't find him on Instagram, ladies, but he is available. I mean,
I'm not
sorry,
on Facebook.
You can't find him on Facebook, ladies.
Fuck
But you
out
can
of
find him
Jared
on
that I'm not on
Instagram.
Facebook too. He hates it, but
I was trying to find, when I was making the Facebook promo for this, he's like, yeah, he don't have a Facebook account.
the only thing I regret is I lost all my music
Yeah,
photos.
he was
getting rid
sending
of
me
it.
photos of you guys and or of you, and I was
Yeah.
like, well, Puzz has got this photo of him and
Yeah.
Corey. This is the way to go,
It's
right
like we
here.
actually hang out with each other. You know? You need to rock that fucking Corey approves on y'all's thing, man. Just use that.
That should be
That's
a show
yours. You
flyer
can use
next
it.
time.
we
Yeah.
will.
Use it for anything, even if I don't approve it. Just
We
fucking stick
will.
it up there, bro.
This has come up on my phone. Plethora. Fuck it.
What is it?
Plethora.
Oh,
I think I was on
wow.
Robert. No. So real quick, the only vocals we ever had on Dark Horizon was Robert Noble's.
Yep.
Shout out to Robert.
Really?
I know he's not
For
listening,
real, the
probably,
only
but
vocalist
He's out
ever?
serving
He
this
was-
goddamn country in
Yeah.
the U.S.
Is he
Army.
really?
He
Son.
got
Yes, sir.
married. He got married. Had a kid.
Yep.
we
Congrats out, Rob.
hadn't seen him in a couple years, man. But it was
Miss
the
you.
only actual vocalist we ever had. We had Phil or Jared,
Yeah.
Kylie, and
Oh yeah, y'all
Josh
did the guest
Kelly
thing.
come in.
Yeah.
On the
Jared who?
chorus.
Seymour. He did a
Seymour.
track with Dark
Yeah.
Horizon.
Really?
So
Yeah,
We got
it's
the
really
three
good.
tracks,
He did.
yeah.
He did
We got the
good.
three
Very good.
instrumental tracks, then we had the 3 ones with vocal. We're
Very
like, hey,
good.
let's throw in some vocals on them. So if we
Wow.
ever record again, we may do that. But
I'm
we've
gonna come in
advanced.
there.
We've advanced so much over the years, man. Who knows?
Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well, closing it out, guys. Thank you so much for being on
Thanks, guys.
episode 9,
What size
KrohnKast.
jeans do you wear, Phil? I'll pick some up for you.
36.
Damn.
36,
38. Fuck.